your home for the Cowboys. KTFM Floresville and SASportsStar.com. San Antonio's Sports Center.
San Antonio Spurs got both over the weekend to take a 3-1 lead over the Portland Trail Blazers, one without, one with Wemby. They trailed by as many as 19 points in the first half of yesterday's Game 4, but battled back to win it by 21. Spurs have a chance to close it out in Game 5 tomorrow night. 8:30 tip-off inside the Frost Bank Center. A lot of basketball tonight. We do have an update, though. Wide receiver George Pickens still has not signed his franchise tag.
Joe Reinagel.
And for the third time in 7 seasons, the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
On a Monday. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Here we go. We're going to start a new week, and lots happening this week, that's for sure. So keep it right here. This is the Blitz, San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagel. He's Jason Minix.
Wemby and the Spurs. Dig a hole and dig out of it.
Jeez.
They got 2. And Portland can close it out tomorrow night. The Cowboys. A great draft on paper. We'll see in a couple of years.
Mel Kiper gives them an A.
That's I don't know who doesn't give them an A. Although I will say I love the Blitz listeners, especially if you have my phone number. That as soon as the Cowboys picked the dude from Michigan, they all lost their mind.
Yes.
And they all want to know, what does Joe think? Like, you're always next to me. I just said he's somewhere bitching. I don't know.
Absolutely. I'm like, Jerry, what the hell is the matter with you?
Have you not learned?
It just doesn't make any sense. But look.
You think I'm an idiot?
Well,
sometimes.
Sometimes, Jerry. Yeah, when you pick Michigan players, they haven't worked out too well for you.
Stop it.
Eventually, one's going to hit, though.
Well, we'll see. We will see. I mean, I love the draft, and I think you can be really happy and excited about the draft. But it's you just don't know, right?
Well,
I mean, you just don't know. Other than Caleb Downs,
know.
Caleb Downs, I think is a guy that you could say this guy's going to work.
Yes, and by the way, set your appointment calendar notification. Caleb Downs will be on the Blitz at 4:15.
4:15. Looking forward to that.
4:15.
To that chat.
Ish.
Yeah.
Ish.
We got to play it by ear, but that's all right. We will.
I'm told 4:15.
Yes. So it'll be somewhere in that neighborhood.
Yes.
Looking forward to talking with Caleb, and it looks like he's excited to be a Dallas Cowboy.
Well, of course he is.
Well, I wouldn't say of course.
Of course he is. Who wouldn't want to be a Dallas Cowboy? I mean, let's be honest.
Well, we'll have to ask him. He could have been a New York Giant.
Weeks ago, took a picture in a field of bluebonnets. There's your sign. He knew. What I loved about this draft, edge, safety, corner, tackle, and a random wide receiver, because why not?
Yeah, why not? Yeah, it was that. That's fine. That guy will do. It's kind of like your fantasy drafts. It's whatever.
Yeah, 7th round, wide receiver. All right, let's go with it.
And you watch, he'll be the best guy in the draft.
I doubt it. But again, edge, secondary help. The Cowboys had a plan going into the draft. They know what they needed, and Jerry was not distracted by a shiny object.
Well, and that's a good thing.
It is. I mean, even the tackle that they took in the 4th round, kid from Penn State, depth guy, or could he be a replacement guy for, say, a Terrence Steele in years to come? But again, depth is what they needed. A smart, disciplined draft by Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys.
I totally agree with that. There were no shiny object that Jerry fell for, and I totally agree. I think on paper, again, it's great. I mean, obviously the star of the show is Caleb Downs, and I just think that guy's going to be a stud. And the Cowboys fortunate that he was still there, and they made it happen.
And again, if you want to comment as you're watching along, you can access the video through sasportstar.com. we're both in Spurs gear today. You never know what that random picture is going to be. It's always kind of comical. And Joe looking stunned like he stopped watching the Spurs in the first half and didn't see the second half, I guess. I don't know. These photos that AI comes up with are hilarious.
Oh, I'm not sure exactly what that is. I saw that, and it's like,
right?
Well, wait a minute.
I know.
No, I watched everything. I watched the misery of that first half, and it was miserable to watch. And then the complete turnaround in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the start of that third quarter was unbelievable. The way the Spurs came out and just looked like a boxer just punched the Blazers in the mouth, and they were stunned, and they couldn't do anything about it. It was incredible.
The Spurs game, and let's say games, and we'll talk about all of it. The fact that he did not play on Friday, he's got issues, Wemby does, with that. We'll get into that. Right call, wrong call. It probably was the right call. And the Spurs won the game. So is there a lot of use of debating whatever, right?
No,
but
there is no use in debating it.
But Wemby is still pissed. And
I don't know what he's pissed about.
Well,
they're up 3-1.
He's pissed at the communication. I mean, and again, he was about to say something and did say something, and apparently the NBA cut his microphone off
That's exactly
in the middle
right.
of the press conference.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell, right? But, they won the game. Had they lost that game, and then you find out why Wemby is so pissed off, boy, that's a whole nother discussion. But they ended up winning yesterday, getting their doors blown off in the first half. And then to be, down 19 and then go up 20. I mean, just an incredible difference in the game yesterday. And I got to believe at this point, Portland, they're coming home. They're coming back with the idea of they're done. They are done.
Their hearts were ripped out yesterday. I don't see, and quite frankly, both of those games. I mean, you could make a case that Portland played well enough, at least at times, in games 3 and 4 to win both. I mean, that could be a scenario where if the Spurs don't rally in both of those games, they're looking at a hell of a deficit at this point in time. But they did, and now they're ready to close this thing out. I believe it's going to be over tomorrow night, and I think it will be over fairly quickly because I honestly think that the Spurs can, whatever final score they want, they can make it that.
I mean, Portland's been scrappy.
They have.
They've been scrappy. But to have those two leads at home and to lose games, it's there. And then, of course, you had, I don't know, it wasn't the same drama as you got in Denver and Minnesota. But Steph Castle, a little disrespect. The unwritten rules of basketball, that Steph Castle crossed the line.
No, I don't think he did. I mean, Avia was beating the crap out of him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he literally, when he's bringing that ball up the floor, they're letting Avia do whatever the hell he wants to Castle. And so Castle scores on him, and he says, we're not going to – I'm glad they showed a little toughness. I'm okay with it.
See, that's – I mean, but again, there's some things that you can't do on a basketball court without expecting retaliation. You take a ball after you just made it, and you just put it right into the chest of your opponent. That's pretty disrespectful.
Well, sure it is.
That's like scoring on a wide-open layup with no time left when the other team has stopped playing. That's disrespectful. Those are the unwritten rules of basketball.
Well, look, I'm glad that Steph did what he did. Avia was kind of getting – he's kind of a jerk. He's a whiner.
Dude, if he were on our team, we would love him.
Well, I'm sure we would, but he's not.
He's not. So, yeah, we hate him. But he is one of those European whiner types. Nothing wrong with that. He plays competitive. He's kind of like Luka, like so many of them, Tim Duncan. These guys have never committed a foul in every play they get fouled.
That's right.
Right? I mean, that's and they react that way. He does talk a lot, seemingly, and bark at the officials a lot.
That Doris Burke even called him out yesterday.
Well, of course, Doris Burke's going to mom everybody. Now, kids, I'm going to turn this car around.
That's all right. Hey, I had no problem with what Castle did, and quite frankly, I'm glad he did it. I mean, you can't get beat up, and I get the whole we're good guys at San Antonio. It's not who we are. Baloney. Sometimes you need to be a thug a little bit. Not saying he's a thug. Thuggish is what I should say.
That's not who we are.
Yeah, well, it is. It is. And they showed a little nasty in that situation. And Portland had to just be like, what in the hell just happened?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they had to have been at that point in time in the game, like, what in the hell just happened?
I know my nephew, who lives not far from Portland, but on the Washington side, not Oregon. His text messages stop. I was like, dude, did your phone die? What happened? Because in the first half,
Oh, I'm sure.
it was nonstop, and then his phone died, or
His phone didn't die.
his phone didn't die.
No, it didn't. That's all right, though. That's all right. Again, this is over. The question now becomes, who do the Spurs face next? And I'm already seeing on our YouTube
Talk about the disrespect.
on our YouTube feed here that Joker should be suspended. Everybody is wishing that Minnesota wins that series now because they are about as banged up as you can get. And I'm going to tell you this. I hate that. I don't care what team it is. I hate the fact players get injured. I want to see best on best.
Mm-hmm.
And I know a lot of Spurs fans very excited about the prospect of facing Minnesota in the second round now that they're out two of their big guns. I don't know, man. I don't want to see that. But it is what it is, so we'll see what happens in that series.
It's I'm curious to see if the NBA does do any discipline. By the letter of the law, there's a whole lot of guys for the Nuggets that should not be available for the next one. And I go back for everybody's like, Spurs have a championship, in large part because Amari Stoudemire had 1 foot on the floor. And by the letter of the law, he was suspended for 1 game for leaving the bench area. And quite honestly, without that, I don't know that the Spurs have that championship. But by the letter of the law, he stepped on the floor. It'd be very interesting to see how the NBA adjudicates any kind of punishment from what you saw at the end of that game.
You're going to have to do something quick.
And I look at the Joker. You literally ran down the court and put your hands on a dude. I know you didn't punch him, but I mean, it'll be interesting to see how the NBA hands out discipline.
You know, I love this, and I really do, because while Gibbs says Joker should be suspended, I don't know, say Steph Castle did that. It's like, there's nothing wrong with that. He didn't do anything wrong. Shouldn't be suspended for that. Come on. And that's the way it should be.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you hate the other guys, and your guys never do anything wrong.
Well, yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah, no, I mean, Steph Castle was fine. Steph Castle's not the Joker comes running at you. I mean, come on. I mean, that's got to be scary as hell.
I wouldn't want to mess with Steph Castle.
No, and just be glad that, although if you had to pick a fight with somebody, I think you'd rather have a fight with Steph Castle than Joker. Either way, you or me, it's going to end quickly.
Yeah,
right?
I'm going to get my ass kicked either way.
I mean, they don't even have to swing. They just got bow up on you.
Yeah,
you and I will both be in the fetal position at that point.
We'd both be peeing on the floor
a little
right
dribble.
there. Yes.
Maybe a double dribble. But I think, I don't want the Joker or his brothers coming after me.
No, I don't want – I know. They're big dudes. So we'll see what happens, but I clearly expect Denver to win Game 5. What happens after that, I don't know. I can't see them losing 4 in a row. I mean, I just can't see that happening. But, you got to give old Softy there, Gobert, some credit. He's been playing pretty good defense on the Joker.
Softy?
Well, he's pissed off because he wasn't even a mention in the Defensive Player of the Year award.
Well, it's because the unanimous DPOI resides here in San Antonio.
Yep. Now, the NBA's already fined these guys. There'll be no suspensions. Joker, according to this, and this happened, I guess, sometime yesterday, $50,000. Julius Randle fined $35,000. No suspensions, so they will be playing tonight.
See, now, this morning I heard that there could be more coming.
All right, well, maybe.
Those were the initials, but there could be more coming. And maybe the NBA is just hoping to sweep that under the rug.
I think they are. I mean, it'd be difficult. You've already lost a lot of star power in this series with Ant and DiVincenzo going out. You don't want to have Joker out, too. Who's going to watch? Nobody.
Again, By the letter of the law.
I'm just saying.
If you're worried about TV ratings, then they should have cleared Victor to play Friday night. You want star power? Vic, you good? Can you see? How many fingers am I holding up? You see the 3 fingers I'm holding up? How many am I holding up? All right, you're clear. Could have been that easy.
I guess it could have been. But, speaking of sweeping it under the rug, that's what should be swept under the rug. Who gives a damn? Spurs are up 3-1. They're going to close this thing out tomorrow. Let it go.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Sure.
Doesn't matter at all. Let's talk Spurs basketball. We'll hear from some of those guys as well, including Wemby and including a Coach Mitch Johnson who, I don't know, was he calling Wemby out yesterday at the podium? We'll hear from him. We'll let you know when we return here on a Mellow Monday. This is The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
We have meaningful basketball being played in San Antonio for the first time in years, and the Roo Pub has proven to be the best place to go watch the games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch the game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
The Gomez Law Firm is proud to be San Antonio's trusted personal injury law firm for the past 50 years. We have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here with us. Your firm has been fighting for the people of San Antonio since 1973. That's incredible.
There are not a lot of businesses that stick around for even 50 years, let alone personal injury law firms.
If you have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, then turn to the law firm that will fight for you. Visit joegomezlaw.com.
And remember, Gomez Law fights.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. Money is on the line. Always say hello with Quo. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Progressive knows you want to get away, but not like too away. You crave the unknown, but also charcuterie boards with 4 types of cheese. And that's exactly why you bought an RV and bundled it with Progressive, because 24/7 protection is one luxury you'll never have to give up. So go ahead, explore the wilderness, all from the comfort of your zero-gravity camp chair. Switch to Progressive and protect your RV, boat, or motorcycle by bundling with your home or auto insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
This is the story of the one. As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
Hey everybody, Joe Reinigle here for Window Nation. You know, spring is a great time to open your windows, and wait, your windows won't open? They leak? They're cracked? They need repainting again? You know, getting top quality custom fit windows from Window Nation is easy and affordable. During the More You Buy, the More You Save sale, you could save up to 50% off. Plus, you could get them with 0% interest for 5 years. During uncertain times, one of the best investments you can make is in your home. So visit windownation.com now to book a consultation.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Coming up on the Morning Huddle, Nuggets Timberwolves Game 5. Do we know who's playing the Spurs?
Gentlemen sweeps on the order. We got Spurs action and more word from the NFL's draft. Hey, this is going to be a good week. Get here early. Party starts at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Morning 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star. It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Who are the Spurs going to face in the next round? Can we already start saying that?
No.
I think we can.
No, one game at a time, man.
It's over. Goodbye, Portland. You were scrappy, but scrappy ain't good enough. Go home.
Wow.
That's all she wrote. They ripped their hearts out yesterday, Minix, and I just don't see how they bounce back from that. Now, the Spurs have got to come to play and put them away because, well, as they always say, the closeout game is always the toughest game of any series.
You know, and that's true. And I do expect Portland to be scrappy. But as you have seen from this San Antonio Spurs team, it doesn't really seem to matter how big of a hole they dig themselves into. They're able to dig out of it. But I want you to listen very carefully to something that Mitch Johnson said following yesterday's win when he was asked if he was holding his breath every time Wemby hit the floor.
I didn't, to be honest. I've learned to trust that young man, and I'm rolling with him. And I think the challenge now is for him to continue to play the way he did in the second half for the whole game. And when he does that, we'll be tough. But if he doesn't do that, there's a ripple effect for our team, and that's the responsibility that comes with being the face of the franchise and the best player.
Wow.
Dude.
I think that's saying, hey, dude, I'm challenging you to be what you were in that second half because he was incredible. Portland couldn't score on him, that's for sure. His defense was incredible. And I think Mitch Johnson deserves a lot of credit for the second half adjustments, too. He pulled Wemby at times out of the paint to get their big guys out of the paint. So, I don't know. Mitch did a good job.
Well, and again, although I know what I saw with my eyes, Wemby was attacking the basket. A lot of alley-oops, a lot of dunks, not settling for outside shots. But you listen to Mitch, and not a whole lot changed. We just played better.
I think we executed the things that we wanted to start the game on better. There wasn't a ton of new. There was more clarity and doubling down and picking a fight on a few things that we felt like was the right idea, and we needed to do them better as a group and more together.
They did that. They did. De'Aaron Fox showed up. He had a hell of a game in the second half. I mean, he really did. I thought he got the whole thing started, I thought, and then everybody kind of followed suit, including Victor Wembanyama.
As Mitch said, that might have been his best game in the silver and black.
Might have been his best game as a Spur. I thought he dominated the game in every way. I thought in the first half when things weren't going our way and we weren't playing well, I think De'Aaron had the disposition that we were looking for. I thought he played the game. I thought he worked the game. I thought he played with pace. I thought his defense was consistent. And when everybody else got on the same page, he took over, then he started scoring, he started spoon-feeding his teammates, and I thought he completely took over the game.
He did. He absolutely did. In fact, he started that. He makes that layup there at the end of the first half, and the Spurs really never looked back. And again, I look at it as they shocked the hell out of the Portland Trailblazers. I mean, punched them in the mouth to start that third quarter, and Portland just never recovered.
Yeah, one of the more bizarre numbers. Portland had 15-point and 19-point leads in games 3 and 4. And then they went on to get outscored 45-15 in 10 minutes of game 3 to go down 15, and then got outscored 62-23 in 20 minutes of game 4 to trail by 20. So over a 30-ish or so minute time frame, the Blazers got outscored 107-38. Like, boop, flip the switch and let's go. It's incredible.
But I understand Mitch Johnson's concern. Because if you do that against an Oklahoma City or a Denver or Minnesota, I'm not sure you're going to come back like that every single time. To me, you're flirting with danger. You can't fall 19 points behind to NBA teams and expect to come back every time.
Look, we have seen in 3 of the 4 games so far in this series, each team blow big leads. Remember, it was the Spurs that were up 14 with 8 minutes to play in game 2.
Yep.
And lost.
That's true.
And so, but to go on the road and they dig themselves the holes that they did on Friday, and again, without Wemby, you could say, all right, well, you weren't overly surprised. But then when they came back, I mean, what do you do? Yesterday, how many of us at halftime were madder than hell, and I don't know, you went and did something around the house just to change the momentum?
No, I didn't do that.
You didn't do that?
No, hell no. Why would I do that?
Dude, I went and cleaned my grill. I did. I smoked some ribs in the morning. They were ready for the game, and at halftime, I knew it was time. I needed to clean. But I wasn't planning on doing a halftime. But I was angry, and I didn't want to watch the halftime show. So I went outside and cleaned a couple of grills. Came back in. Second half had just started because I put the sound out on the speakers outside, so I knew it was about that time. And that second half was completely different.
Oh, my gosh.
But I had to go do something. I couldn't sit there and watch halftime.
Well, I mean,
I was angry.
I may have done something. I didn't do any physical labor, though.
Well,
like
you never do.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying. I did, man. I did a lot of stuff Saturday morning. Fertilizer on the grass.
So you did that?
I did that.
Or you paid a guy to do that?
No. It was all me. I did it. Cleaned off the back deck. I mean,
the blower or a hose?
No, the hose.
Okay.
They had a little squeegee going. And
a little squeegee and everything.
Yeah, dude. Come on. I do it right.
Uh-huh.
Let's go. You kidding me?
Anybody buying that?
I don't care whether you're buying it or not. It doesn't matter. It happened.
Okay. So you got your chores done.
I did.
Get your allowance, and we were allowed to watch TV.
I'm allowed to watch Spurs basketball, and I've been killing my poor wife because it's like, honey, it's my job.
Yeah.
And it's not just the Spurs because she's interested in the Spurs, but it's everybody else she didn't give a damn about.
Work.
Right. So it's like I gotta watch, honey.
I mean, it's either this or we watch Euphoria again because that's also work related.
I haven't seen that yet.
Dude, really?
Have you?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Dude,
I'm sure it is. Just the clips that I've seen.
Dude.
Rough. Holy cow.
Unplug it, maybe.
A little early in the show for that, but you're right.
Yeah.
Wait till you get to episode 2.
I kind of like the dog outfit. I got it off. She's so cute. She's the cutie. See, we can be happy today because, it could have been a different scenario if the Spurs don't have that rally. We're in here all upset. We got a 2-2 series. Game 5, huge, important. Now it's just like it's party time, man. Party time.
Party time.
They were honking in military. There was a bunch of people at the airport last night. What, at 2 or 3? No, it was
like 11:30.
That's right. whatever it was.
It was past Ryan Eagle's bedtime.
It was. And I've never been down to the airport. I love you guys that go down to the airport. That's great, but tell them hello for me.
Dude, the honking on military is the part that cracked me up. A friend of mine.
That was Friday night, wasn't it?
Well, and Sunday.
Yeah,
it was both. I mean, the fiesta going on, because I was down there Friday night. But what was cool Friday is went to see Ghostland Observatory downtown, which was fantastic, and it's funny because you're down there in the crowd and so many people were watching the game on their phone.
Of course.
Which was awesome. And then got to the Roo Pub for the second half, and it was, crazy crowded in there, and it was nice because, at first the Spurs weren't doing so well, and then you get there and they were. So it was great.
It's outstanding. All good. It was a good weekend for the San Antonio Spurs. Obviously, we're going to talk a lot of Spurs basketball. We'll talk a little more NBA playoff action, too, because, well, it's important now. We got to start looking ahead. The Rockets survive somehow, some way without Kevin Durant. They do that. Will Denver survive? They're playing for their playoff life. It is a definition of a must-win for the Denver Nuggets tonight, kids. That is the true definition
Here we go.
of a must-win. The Denver Nuggets face that tonight, so we'll see how they do. We'll talk about all of it when we continue here on the Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Move over, Chips. There's a new crunchier MVP in the snack aisle. Enter pork rinds. Southern recipe pork rinds are low-carb, gluten-free, and packed with protein to keep you going. And the flavors, big, bold, crunchy. From sweet barbecue to hot honey, every bite brings that flavor-packed crunch you crave. Grab your favorites today at H-E-B or online at porkrinds.com. Southern recipe pork rinds are your snack time, crunch time hero.
I've taken up candle making.
Nigel, the whole office smells like wet dog and gym socks.
My nose is highly refined.
Folks, if your home smells a little off, it might be your AC. Portamoon's Breathe Easy package pulls and deep cleans your blower motor, blower wheel, and housing, cleans your coil in place, disinfects the inside of your AC cabinet, and installs a UV light to help zap bacteria and other nasties hiding in your unit. All for just $6.95.
Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC, 210-651-5899. License number TACLA 1410704EM16004.
All right, our Sports Star crew, listen up. If you want to keep winning in life like our San Antonio Spurs do on the court, head over to Game Day Men's Health. Cibolo Shirts or Alamo Ranch, the roster stacked with all-stars just like our Spurs. Experts trained in hormonal health, erectile dysfunction, weight loss, advanced peptide therapies. Why go to the G League when you can take your talents straight to the top, baby? Whether you're tired all the time, you've got low energy, maybe you've got some weight gain or the brain fog, maybe you need a little help in the bedroom. I'm not here to judge. They've got you covered. Their Hall of Fame team and services like testosterone replacement and peptide therapies will get you back in the game. Located in Alamo Ranch or choose the Cibolo Shirts location on I-35 and 3009 across the highway from HEB. Call 830-376-9100 or visit GameDayMen'sHealth.com and book your appointment today. Win back your health, win back your life. It's game day. Let's go. That's 830-376-9100.
Breaking news for your home. Way Day is here. It's Wayfair's big sale, where you can score the best deals in home, like up to 80% off with free shipping on everything. Plus surprise flash deals all Way Day long. You won't find better deals for your home anywhere else. We're talking furniture, decor, rugs, and more, all at Wayfair, and all up to 80% off during Way Day. So don't wait. Shop Wayfair's Way Day now through April 27th to score the best deals in home.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Jake from State Farm. I just beat my running PR, so I'm celebrating with the Banana Bonanza smoothie.
Hey, and you can keep celebrating when you create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. Go bananas.
I will. Hey, make it a large.
Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
Here in Texas, we know that trust is earned and reputation matters. Since 1993, Thomas J. Henry dedicated himself to building a firm that injured clients can trust and that Texans can respect. A firm where no defendant is too big and no case is too small. Backed by a track record of success and a commitment to our clients, Thomas J. Henry remains the name you can depend on if you have been injured. Trust the firm that stands for you. Trust Thomas J. Henry, San Antonio, Texas.
Whoa. Okay, this one says you get a free phone if you switch. Hey, this one also says you get a free phone if you switch.
Yeah, they all do, hon.
Wait. The T-Mobile one says families saved over $3,700 versus the other big guys in the past 5 years. And their experience plans have Netflix included, plus a year of Dash Pass by DoorDash.
Hang on, let me see that. And a 5-year price guarantee? Oh yeah, we're switching.
That's what I'm talking about. Do we clap now, or...?
I'm thinking high five.
At T-Mobile, get savings that keep stacking up. That's value you can feel every day. Switch now at T-Mobile.
Savings based on Harris X billing snapshots from Q3 2021 to Q4 2025 among accounts with 3+ voice lines compared to AT&T and Verizon, excluding discounts, credits, and optional charges. See harrisx.com/T-Mobile. Price guarantee on talk, text, and data. Exclusions like taxes and fees apply. See T-Mobile.com.
Progressive knows you think the grass is always greener, like maybe you ride a motorcycle. But today, it's raining. So you wish you had an RV, but if you did, you'd have to listen to some guy parked next to you at a campsite play his acoustic guitar. Now, before you start wishing you had a boat, remember, your brother-in-law would invite himself every weekend.
Permission to come aboard, Captain?
But one thing that is greener is the money you could save when you bundle your RV, boat, or motorcycle with your home or auto with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Got a buddy who thinks he knows baseball? Perfect. On Rangers game days, prove it with the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. Pick the Ranger you think will launch it out of here. He hits one, you and a friend are headed to a Rangers game. He hits two. Now, you've got tickets and hotel. Yeah, you're making a night of it, and your buddy's buying the first round. Wake up with the Morning Huddle. Call your shot and win the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers.
Make plans right now. 4:15. Cowboys first-round draft pick Caleb Downs will join us here on the Blitz. Looking forward to talking with Caleb, and I know y'all are looking forward to hearing from the Cowboys first-round draft pick. That will happen about 4:15 or so this afternoon, so stay tuned for that. I'm Joe Reinigle. He's Jason Minix.
And, obviously with the draft in the rear view, Cowboys getting solid grades all the way around. They had needs. They addressed those needs. And quite frankly, I think at this point you could say they got the better end of the Micah Parsons trade.
Without a doubt. Executive of the year.
Let's not get carried away.
Jerry Jones.
Let's not get carried away. But the Cowboys have done a lot with the assets that they were able to get from Green Bay.
Without a doubt. They've done good, and it was the best decision to be made, even though Cowboy fans were whining about it.
Well, again.
No faith in the front office.
When the ducks quack, feed them.
It's been 30 years.
Well,
tell me, what trust have they earned? They still drafted a dude from Michigan.
Well, there's that.
All right, so
we'll see if he makes it through training camp.
Oh, stop. Jesus. We'll get a lot of draft talk, obviously, a lot of NBA talk. And it's interesting, with the Spurs winning 2 in Portland, this is less of a story. But in his first comments since the faceplant, Wemby not at all happy with the NBA. He started off with what it was like for him going through the protocol.
It's very, very weird feeling, without getting into too many details, being concussed like that. Very weird feeling. But everything was always controlled, and they've taken great care of me. So, been trying to get back on the court, and use all that energy that I had on the court.
Well, he did that in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
He looked, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. He did not have a good first half yesterday.
He didn't. Angry, tired, sleepy. I don't know. They all woke up at halftime. That is for sure. But Wemby thought he was going to play Friday. The Spurs thought he was going to play Friday. Jared Weiss has an incredible article in The Athletic that kind of details what had happened. Spurs doctors cleared him. The NBA doctors did not. With that, Wemby asked for the independent guy, which he's allowed to do. By the Spurs' reaction, I don't know this, but you could assume that the independent guy told Wemby he was okay. And then Wemby was told he wasn't allowed to play. He was still in the protocol, but he wasn't giving any explanation as to why. And as Wemby said, that was disappointing.
I won't get into the details. I don't want it to become a distraction. Ask me again after the end of the season. But
okay, noted.
Again, all the doctors, especially on the Spurs, but the doctors all around, they were great. Took great care of me. But the way the situation was handled was very disappointing. Not on the Spurs again. But as I said, I won't get into the details. But I'm not saying that not playing was a good or bad decision. It was a decision. I'm not saying it was good or bad. But the way the situation was handled, very disappointing.
And then his mic cut off.
Well, yeah. So this is what it sounded like on NBA TV and the online channels.
Vic, I know you felt ready to come back last game, it seemed. Can you explain the process of what it was like getting clear with the league? And you mentioned to Malika that there were parts you were unhappy about. Can you explain what that means?
I won't get into the details. I don't want it to become a distraction. Ask me again after the end of the season. But again, all the doctors, especially on the Spurs, but the doctors all around, they were great. Took great care of me. But the way the situation was handled was very disappointing. Not on the Spurs again.
Yep. The NBA says that cut him off.
Apparently. I mean, you just heard what the rest of that was, which wasn't necessarily bad.
No.
But they didn't know what was coming, and they went,
cut him off.
Yeah.
He's done.
Kind of bizarre.
He's done. Look, it's a happy ending in a sense. So, I get where he's upset, and maybe we'll hear the rest of the story whenever the Spurs are done with the season, whenever that happens to be. He'll let us know if he thinks that's important. But I think at this point in time, I think he was fortunate to come back for Game 4, to be totally honest with you. The way he banged his head, I didn't think there was any way that man could play either game in Portland.
I mean, think about the stuff that we talked about last week on the show. How he didn't break a jaw or all his teeth is pretty amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But on Friday, he was listed as questionable, not doubtful, and certainly not out. Generally speaking, questionable leads to playing. And with them clearing the gym so he could go through that exertion test, and I know what I said on Friday. I thought he was going to end up playing. Right or wrong, just the indications are he's fine. The next day, if you remember, night on the court on one night. The next day, he's out there on the court. It's bright with Keldon getting his 6 Man of the Year trophy. Then he's at practice. If you've got a bad headache, you're dealing with concussion, all those bouncing basketballs on the court, that would drive you nuts. Like, I was thinking, again, should he have played or not? It probably was the right decision to hold him out. But all indications were he was far enough along in the protocol. And then for the Spurs doctors who were overly cautious, And I don't know, apparently this guy's been well schooled in the Kawhi Leonard history. Doctors were great. Everything
Spurs.
with the Spurs docs is fine, people.
Yeah.
Right? It's bizarre. The idea now that he thought he was cleared to play and was going to play, and they told him no, but no explanation as to why. Because as curious as Wemby is, what do you mean, no? I've done everything I'm supposed to do. That guy's probably read the owner's manual on the vehicle that he rides in. I mean, it just seems like he's that detailed. So he knows what he needs to do. By all accounts, he thought he was going to play on Friday. So did the Spurs.
But he didn't play. Ultimately, it's up to the NBA. They are the final say. And I don't know if there's a clause in the deal that they have to say why. They said, no, we're not clearing you to play. That's it. And he didn't play. So, I mean, and again, it all turned out great. To me, again, I would have been overly cautious, and I think save Wemby from himself. He didn't play in Game 3. I think it was a good thing. They held him out one more time, and then he played in Game 4. I don't see what the problem is, honestly.
Because they won, it's less of a problem. Had they lost, then what would the conversation be like? Now, I'm with you. Having him sit one, it's seemingly the Spurs way.
Mm-hmm.
But from everything that we've read out of what happened, the Spurs had cleared him. Mitch thought he was going to play. From all the different reporting, especially the one in The Athletic. So, and if you're Wemby, you know damn well he knows every step in the protocol. And if he thought he had passed all of those and then asked for the independent guy and somehow passed that, now granted, the independent guy believed Wemby select, so how independent? But if you're not allowed to play, I got to believe Wemby's going to question it because he understands what the process is. And if you don't get any kind of an answer, I could see why he's disappointed. It cost him a playoff game. That dude competes at everything. And so his first road playoff game, he's on the bench. And again, if you're that severe with your concussion, shouldn't you have been tucked away, I don't know, wherever Kevin Durant's been hanging out, in a swimming pool and somewhere in the building doing rehab? Shouldn't he have been somewhere in a dark room as opposed to being in an extremely loud arena?
Well, I don't know, and I don't know what all I don't think that's the ultimate test, is it? Whether he's in an arena or not with loud noise. I don't know what kind of tests they go through or what they're looking for. I mean, I really don't. And so until I understand what they were looking for, obviously the NBA didn't feel like he was ready to play. And I think, and that's the ultimate decision, is the NBA's. It's theirs. There's only one player that has come back and not missed any games after a concussion that we saw. Most of them missed 5, 6, 7 games.
Sure.
So, I mean, I'm really not sure. I think everybody should feel extremely fortunate that he was able to come back and play in Game 4. Because, quite frankly, the way that game started, they may not have won that game without him. So I think I'm extremely thankful. I think it was the right call to make, to have him sit out Game 3. Just to be cautious. I mean, head injuries, nothing to sneeze at.
They're not. And again, I know Friday, I was kind of hoping if indications are he can play, it's probably the best decision for him long term, whether he knows that or not right now. But the Spurs doctors, who are normally overly cautious, apparently cleared him.
Apparently they did, and they're the best.
And the NBA said no, and then by rule, you're allowed to get your independent guy. And based on his reaction, I got to think the independent guy must have said, you're good to go. So you get 2 or 3, but the one that matters is still saying no.
That's exactly right. And they did. And again, sometimes I think you got to save people from themselves. And Spurs wanted him to play, obviously, and whatever they did, they thought that he was cleared and ready to go. The NBA felt otherwise, so he didn't play. Spurs win the game. They win yesterday. They're up 3-1. It's really, to me anyway, a moot point.
Game 5 tomorrow night, 8:30 here at the Frostbank Center.
Yeah. 8:30 tomorrow. That's going to be the end of it. I mean, come on. Does anybody honestly think Portland has a chance to win that game?
I'm going to say yes. Somebody they better believe. I mean, this is a team that rallied from 14 down to win game 2, and they've built double-digit leads in the 2 games in Portland. They didn't hang on to them, but the fact that they were able to build those leads, if you're Portland, don't you feel like in some ways you let 2 get away in your building?
Sure.
You know, I mean, to a degree, I don't want to sit here and say, but that game without Wemby, they've got that big lead. Portland's got to feel like they let that one get away. I would imagine the Portland media and the Portland Trailblazer fans are probably reacting to Game 3 the way Spurs fans reacted to Game 2. You had a 14-point lead and you blew it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, now to watch a Spurs team climb out of holes like that in 2 games, that's more of a testament to the San Antonio Spurs, but at some point, do you have to be mindful and respectful of Portland able to build those double-digit leads? How they lose them, and as quickly as they lost them, is very similar to what we saw in Game 2. These teams are, especially when Wemby isn't on the floor, a lot more evenly matched than I think any of us probably realized when this series started.
I think that's absolutely correct. Wemby is the X factor in this particular series because they have nobody there. See, Klingon got benched yesterday. I mean, he's been awful. He hasn't been able to do anything. It's that Williams kid who's been playing his butt off for Portland.
Yep.
Klingon's supposed to be the guy that to match up against Wemby, and he has not been able to do that. And he's had no answer at all. And the guy is just he's outmatched just about in every way, whether Wemby's in the game or not. So Wemby definitely is the X factor in this thing, and I think, yes, they do match up pretty well. But I just think, to me, you see a team like that, down 3-1, the way they got their hearts ripped out in both of those games, I just don't see them having much heart left for a Game 5.
Well, from your lips to a poll question on YouTube, which you can access through sasportstar.com, the poll question, Pledge just put it up, does anyone obviously believe Portland has a chance in Game 5? Right now, 76% say no.
24% say yes. So
that's our Blazer fan.
Got to have the appropriate fear.
Where is Blazer fan?
I haven't seen him today.
Calling
not
sick?
Anywhere around. I don't know.
Sick?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure at all. Look, they're an NBA team. They've got a chance. But they've got no chance. It's over. You heard it here. You can go to bed early if you want.
We even have a score prediction in the chat. Gibbs says 150-75.
What did Portland score yesterday in the second half? Was it 30-something?
It was
pathetic.
Not a whole lot to a whole lot for San Antonio.
It was pathetic.
And even Wemby talked about just coming back from down 19.
We need to find the answers, before having our back against the wall. But that also shows us the strength of our team. In adversity, we stick together. We get closer to each other. We feed off of each other's energy.
Well, no doubt about it. I think that is true. De'Aaron Fox, though, I think was the guy that plugged everybody in. I just believe that yesterday. He started things going the right direction, and everybody else just followed in. And I'm happy for the guy because he has not had a good series overall. Yesterday he did.
Well, and again, Spurs in control. 3 games tonight in the NBA playoffs. Orlando with the 2-1 lead on Detroit. They play in Orlando. The Thunder can finish off the Phoenix Suns. They lead that one 3-0. And the late game, Minnesota and Denver. Minnesota up 3-1. Game's in Denver. Starts at 9:30.
Yeah.
You going to see any of that one?
I will see. I'll see a lot of it, if not all of it. I just don't know where Minnesota's going to get scoring from. I know they've got some other players, and there's one guy, I can't recall his name, that played a damn good game in Game 4. But consistently, without DiVincenzo and Anthony Edwards, I don't know where the hell they're going to get their scoring from.
And Denver is favored by 11.5.
And that's not enough. So you know where I'll be.
OKC's only favored by 10.5.
You know where I'll be sided on that thing. Well, it is in Phoenix still, right? Game 4. So
now you bet the ranch in Game 3.
On Phoenix?
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, they came up a little short.
A little
bit. Yeah, Phoenix is just not. I mean, look, I don't think, and we can sit here and I know Spurs fans are cocky about Oklahoma City. That team is good, man.
Yeah, they are.
Damn, they're good. I mean, they are really, really good. So Phoenix is just outmatched. They are, and I think the Lakers will be too. It looks like it's going to be the Lakers. I don't know. LeBron James looked gassed to me yesterday.
He did.
He's played a lot of minutes in that thing, and so.
Well, it doesn't look like Luka will return it all in the first round. Houston does keep their season alive, winning 115-96, but the Lakers have just been the better team.
Oh, they have been.
And the Rockets, how many years do you get to say this is a young team trying to figure it out? I mean, this group has been together now for, this is 2 playoff runs? Weren't they the 2 seed last year?
Yeah.
I don't know what to make of the Houston Rockets. I mean, I'm by no means a Laker fan, but kind of like watching Houston crap the bed the way they did.
I don't mind
in their pledge?
I don't mind it at all. I'm reading reports today that Kevin Durant may not play another game for the Houston Rockets.
I mean.
And wants to go to his 15th different franchise?
I mean.
Obviously.
Possible.
Well, it's not that many, obviously, but he's been to a lot. Him and LeBron, I think they wanted to do the tour.
Well, and it's like Joel Embiid comes back and he wants to be the star player, and Boston crushes him 128-96.
Yeah.
Like was Philly playing better basketball with Embiid not in the lineup?
Yeah, perhaps. Does Houston play better without Kevin Durant? They did yesterday.
They did yesterday.
I don't know. We'll see. It's going to be interesting to see. Maybe I'm doing Spurs fans a favor. I'm jinxing the Denver Nuggets.
Oh, is that what you're doing?
That's what I'm doing. A little reverse psychology.
Uh-huh.
Because nobody's scared of Minnesota. And I wouldn't be either, quite frankly. And if the Spurs are fortunate enough to meet up with Minnesota, I think they're catching a hell of a break. But who wants to see that? Don't you want to go up against the best?
Well, I do. But as long as I get to the final destination, when you put on the GPS and it gives you 3 or 4 options, don't you always go fastest route?
Perhaps.
I mean,
sometimes.
You never take the scenic route.
Maybe I do.
You don't want to.
I like good scenery.
No,
I do.
I mean.
I like good scenery.
Yeah, in certain establishments, not on the road. If you can get there in 28 minutes, you're not going to take the hour and 13 option.
Depends on where I'm going and who I'm going to see. Sometimes that stop at Buc-ee's lasts a little longer than others.
Candy Lee.
Mm-hmm.
And if Candy Lee's there, woo-wee! We got to take a break. On this Mellow Monday, we do have a Mellow Mushroom $50 gift card we're going to be giving away at some point in time during this broadcast. And don't forget, Caleb Downs, the Cowboys' first-round draft pick, is going to join us right around 4:15-ish, okay? So make your plans now to be here at that point in time to hear from the newest Dallas Cowboy. But coming up next, the Red Sox simply cleaned house coaching-wise, and they sent the proper van to pick those guys up from the stadium. Craziness. We'll tell you what we're talking about when we return here on The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Riding home with The Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6, KTFM Floresville, and everywhere at sasportstar.com.
Spring into savings this truck month at North Park Chevrolet in Castroville, your 6-time Chevrolet Dealer of the Year. Lease a 2026 Silverado 1500 Crew LT for $589 a month, 0 down. Or drive a 2026 Silverado 1500 Crew Custom for $36,999. New heavy duties have 3.9% financing, no payments for 90 days. Together, let's drive North Park Chevrolet, 10 minutes by Loop 410 in Castroville. Must qualify. Call 830-355-2107 for full price and offer details.
The next 30 seconds could save you hundreds on your car insurance. At The Hartford, we're passionate about your protection. If you're 50 or over, AARP Auto Insurance from The Hartford gives you benefits that really matter. And you could save $597 when you switch. How's that for a little peace of mind? Visit trusthartford.com today. The Hartford. Your protection is our passion. The Hartford Insurance Group, Inc. pays royalty fees to AARP for the use of its intellectual property. AARP and its affiliates are not insurers. Savings vary.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text SPARK to 215-215 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text SPARK to 215-215. That's SPARK to 215-215.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Breaking news for your home. Way Day is here. It's Wayfair's big sale, where you can score the best deals in home, like up to 80% off with free shipping on everything. Plus surprise flash deals all Way Day long. You won't find better deals for your home anywhere else. We're talking furniture, decor, rugs, and more, all at Wayfair, and all up to 80% off during Way Day. So don't wait. Shop Wayfair's Way Day now through April 27th to score the best deals in home.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like a hospitality manager at a 5-star hotel.
So I just checked into room 318, but someone was in there.
Room 318. Oh, you were supposed to be booked in 813, which is now booked.
So what do we do?
How about rock, paper, scissors for who gets the bed?
This is your job for sponsored jobs. This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
Man, I love this place. I've been surfing here since I was a kid. Now, seeing my grandson out on the water, it means everything to me. Watching him and taking in the blue waves, the sea breeze, the blurry horizon.
If you have geographic atrophy, or GA, subtle changes in vision could mean it's progressing toward irreversible vision loss. Izervay is proven to slow GA progression and could help preserve your vision for longer, so you may keep seeing the world around you. Izervay, or avacincaptad pegol, is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may cause blood in the white of the eye, blurred vision, or a temporary increase in eye pressure. Do not drive or use machinery until vision has recovered after an eye injection or exam. Ask your retina specialist how you can slow your GA with Izervay. To learn more, call 1-855-IZERVAY or go to izervay.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Well, breaking right now, Tom Pelissaro is reporting that wide receiver Marquez Valdez Scantling is signing a one-year deal with the Dallas Cowboys. Interesting. In the draft, the Cowboys did well. They added Ohio State safety Caleb Downs, Central Florida edge Malachi Lawrence in the first round. Out of the 7 players selected, just 2 were offensive players. Texans selected Georgia Tech offensive lineman Keelan Rutledge in the first round.
Sports Center brought to you by SAPDcareers.com. The San Antonio Police Department is always hiring.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the 3rd time in 7 seasons. The San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Well, I hope it's a great Monday for everybody as we get the week started. An exciting sports week ahead, no question about it. This is the Blitz 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagle. He is Jason Minix, and lots coming up. Lots of exciting stuff.
Absolutely. Cowboys' first-round draft pick, the first of the 2 first-round draft picks, Caleb Downs, will join us in about an hour and 10 minutes from right now.
That's exciting. I'm looking forward to that.
And they, according to Tom Pelissero, have signed wide receiver Marquez Valdez Scantling to a 1-year deal. So maybe he'll be on the show at some point. Maybe when we're in Oxnard.
Perhaps he will be.
Maybe.
But what is that? Does that tell you anything about George Pickens?
It seems to be some insurance.
It does. It does. Pickens, despite what we heard on Thursday and Friday, he has not signed his franchise tag yet. So he's not obligated to show up for anything. And I believe the Cowboys have started a voluntary OTA. And obviously, Pickens is not there.
The fact that Todd Archer tweeted out that he has not yet signed the tag tender. When the reports started Thursday night, just an hour before the draft was to start. And I guess the intent, they were told that he was going to sign it. Steven talked about it. What that means. But if he were to sign it, he would have to report to work, but he would also be available to get traded right away. Since no trade happened over the weekend, and he still hasn't signed it, he's free not to come to work. But you wonder if the reports were, if this trade works out, I'll sign it and sayonara.
Yeah, you will see what happens, but who was it? Adam Schefter was reporting that Pickens wants an extension or he wants to be traded. And that's what Schefter is saying right now. So it wouldn't be the Dallas Cowboys if we didn't have a little drama in the offseason.
Of course.
They've done well, but the Pickens thing is going to have to get worked out and ironed out. And I would assume, even though Stephen Jones said they have no intention of trading him, that they're looking to trade him.
Of course they are.
Yes.
I mean, man sat up there and lied to all of us. Now, did he actually say right now? Because, right now, no, we're not trading him. Right now, we love him. Tomorrow's another story. I don't know.
Well, I mean, the little fib he told was that Pickens had signed the tag. I mean, he all but said that, right? When he talked on Thursday.
I'd have to go back and re-listen to the exact wording, but all the reports were that he was going to sign the tag. So if those were the reports, if the Cow and the way something like that works is George or the agent tells the Cowboys we're signing it. Now, I'm guessing in this world they're probably using some sort of DocuSign. There is a way to get that done. It's not like the old days where you're sitting by the fax machine waiting for it to come in and you get all the rolled paper with the pink on the edges. Those days are over.
Mm-hmm.
So now, do you sign it and does it have to be FedExed? Can it be DocuSign? I don't know how that works.
Well, I used to deal with that in my very short dabble into real estate.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, it's real easy to do.
I know. I closed on my house, Army, Navy, game I was in the hotel in Philadelphia, DocuSigning everything.
Right.
So you tell me you're signing it, send the contract over. Boom, boom. Easy.
Well, it could be if he wants to sign it. Maybe he doesn't want to.
Mm-hmm.
According to Schefter, he doesn't.
Well, I got to come to work. Oh, wait, hang on. I'm going to have my lawyers reread that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely. We'll see what happens there, but as of now, there is no George Pickens in the Cowboys' immediate future. He has not signed the tag, so we'll see what happens with that. Something to follow over the next several weeks, and we'll see what they do.
Let's do the Headline Blitz.
This is Jason and Joe's Headline Blitz. Brought to you by Novu Brazil Brewery in North Star Mall. 2 guys, 2 opinions, never enough time.
Ryan Eagle's favorite baseball team is completely gone to the dogs.
Yes, they have. It was some kind of puppy thing yesterday that they had annual tradition there in St. Louis, and the broadcasters decided to get involved.
How apropos is this? Chip and Brad wearing the cones of shame after game one of the series last night, but no shame, a great ball game yesterday.
No, good call on that, Chip. Was a good game. Boy, I see why dogs get so frustrated in these bad boys, but it was an entertaining ball game. Going to be another one here today with Matthew Liberatore on the bump. That's going to be a lot of fun, but this team does some damage, Chip, when you need them to do so the most, especially with two strikes.
Now, is that how they always sound?
Well, no, it's not. No. Hey, Chip Carey's one of the best.
Well, he is. I mean, the other guy, I don't watch Cardinal baseball. You do, but they were wearing the cones of shame.
Yes, as the poor dogs have to do so they don't bite themselves or rip stitches out or whatever the case may be, however that happens to work. So,
You've done a lot of goofy stuff in your TV days. Would you ever wear the cone of shame?
I probably would, but even watching it, I was like, it's like,
Yeah, when the producer came up with this idea, you could have said no.
Well, you got to play along. Come
Really?
on, you got to play along. Sure. Yeah.
That was planned. I'm not sure when the Boston Red Sox decided to clean house if their escort out of the building was planned to the level that it was, but you talk about a freaking hilarious coincidence.
Well, and they get pulled. There's like 5 of them. They just get canned after they won 17-1.
Yeah.
But they haven't been playing well. So they're escorted out of the stadium. I mean, they don't even go home or back to the office. And there is one of those short buses, I guess, or,
like a Sprinter van.
Like the luxury buses.
The Sprinter van.
Okay. And on the side of it, it says Coaches for Hire.
LLC.
Yes.
That's the name of the company.
But,
like our buddy Andy owns CTA Travel.
Yes.
Right? So when you see his buses, his SUVs, his Sprinter vans, CTA is on there. Apparently, this company is called Coaches for Hire.
Coaches for Hire.
But you just put a bunch of coaches on there that got fired. So literally, there are a bunch of coaches for hire now on a bus called Coaches for Hire.
I thought that was funny.
Yeah, it was funny as hell.
Yes.
Speaking of baseball and gambling, stories like this, you should be happy for somebody, but it just pisses you off.
It does.
Because
I never get this lucky.
Never. $30 on Friday. Guy parlayed that Riley Green, Kobe Mayo, Jesus Sanchez, Bryce Harper, Nick Kurtz, and Jazz Chisholm would all hit home runs. They did.
Wow.
$1.86 million he won. The longest odds 7-figure parlay payout in Hard Rock bet history.
I wonder if you make that bet, and are you watching all those games?
To me, it's kind of like when you're playing on Underdog. But 7-person parlay. Now, who knows? Is that somebody that did research and had a gut feeling that, all right, it's going to be 7, it's not going to be 6. $30 that turns into $1.86 million?
There's no way. I mean, that's just pure. It's your lucky day, buddy.
That was a dude that was just burning money.
That's all it is.
It was $30.
$30. I know what he was thinking. These guys all have they're home run hitters. They got a chance to do it. I'll throw $30 at it. What the hell?
Yeah. I mean,
now he wins $1 million.
1.86 million.
Almost $2 million.
Yeah, well, but after taxes, he's probably taking home a little over $1 million.
He probably is.
Mm-hmm.
I hate him. How about that?
You hate him.
I hate that
you
SOB.
Hate him.
Yes.
You ever go to Top Golf?
I do. From time to time. It's been a minute.
Top Golf is always a lot of fun. And some guy in Charlotte, he had maybe a little bit too much fun. And there's video of the guy leaving the Top Golf facility in Charlotte. He urinates in the parking lot.
Nothing wrong with that.
gets into his vehicle, and then somehow drives onto the Top Golf course. So he's driving around Top Golf and then trying to figure out how to get out. But, there's the netting everywhere. And at one point he tries to drive through the netting. He's not going anywhere. He backs up. How he didn't drive into one of those holes is beyond me. But he's just looking for an escape route somewhere along the way, completely destroys his vehicle.
Unbelievable.
And goes to jail.
Wow. Well, yeah, that's pretty drunk, I would say. I mean, that would be kind of fun, I guess, except for the big holes that are out there that you could fall into.
That'd be fun to drive. What?
No, probably not,
now,
I guess.
Now, here's what surprises me about this video. Honestly, I don't know what I would do if I actually saw this besides what everybody else did, pull out their camera and start filming. Look at this idiot, right? But like when you're at the driving range and the guy with the tractor going by, you try to hit him. I'm surprised you don't have a bunch of people trying to hit the car. Like everybody there stopped playing golf. I would have been trying to smash the car. I think
he would have been safe with you.
Well,
it would have been no problem.
When it got way down yonder,
he would have been safe.
Still would have tried.
Yeah, well, you could try.
I'd have tagged him.
Yeah,
Pledge would have tried to tag him.
I would have tried to tag him. Why not?
Or would you have just videoed like everybody else was doing?
It's hard not to video that.
Sure.
I mean, the first reaction is going to be, look at that moron.
Yes.
And start doing it because, I mean, you never know when TMZ might call. That could be a big celebrity.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like the fights at Fiesta, those girl fights that are circulating from over the weekend at Fiesta.
Well, it's Fiesta. Come on. It doesn't matter. Right?
It's still funny.
It's funny.
It's funny.
It is funny. You know what's not funny is a college quarterback who has a gambling problem. That's not funny. And the Texas Tech Red Raiders thought they had their guy. Maybe they still do. It depends. But quarterback's going to rehab for gambling. We'll tell you about it when we continue here on The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Whether you're the guy at the Top Golf in Charlotte, some of those that got arrested for fighting at Fiesta, whatever the case is, nobody ever plans on getting arrested, but there's proof that it happens every day, all kinds of people for all kinds of reasons. If you get yourself arrested, what you want to do to get out of jail fast is to call my good friend Albert and his great staff at AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747, or you can even start the bonding process online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else to get out of jail, and you don't want to be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you a PR bond, make sure you truly understand what all those conditions are before accepting it. Your best option for stress-free bail bonds is AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They offer payment plans, a free shuttle service. They're discreet and confidential and open 24/7. They have offices all over San Antonio and Texas, services nationwide. So if you're up in Dallas, down in Corpus, anywhere in between, license number 149, call AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121, or go online, mybestbailbonds.com.
All right, step up. If you really know the Rangers, this is your game on Rangers Game Day. Make your call in the morning huddles, Ranger Double Dinger Payday. Pick the Ranger who takes one deep. He hits one, you're in. Ranger tickets. He hits two. Now we're talking tickets and a hotel stay. Big swings, big rewards. Wake up with the morning huddle and cash in with the morning huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers.
I've taken up candle making.
Nigel, the whole office smells like wet dog and gym socks.
My nose is highly refined.
Folks, if your home smells a little off, it might be your AC. Portamoon's Breathe Easy package pulls and deep cleans your blower motor, blower wheel, and housing, cleans your coil in place, disinfects the inside of your AC cabinet, and installs a UV light to help zap bacteria and other nasties hiding in your unit. All for just $6.95.
Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC, 210-651-5899. License number TACLA 141074E M16004.
Have pain? Have chronic pain, low back pain, knee pain, neck pain, or shoulder pain? I can help. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health, and we get to the root of your pain. We don't just give pain medications. We do the proper investigation to see what is the root cause, and it's covered by your insurance. Reduce your medication, avoid surgery, and get rid of pain for good. Call for your free evaluation. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health, where we get to the root cause of your problem. 210-468-1891.
Jake from State Farm. I just beat my running PR, so I'm celebrating with the Banana Bonanza smoothie.
Hey, and you can keep celebrating when you create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. Go bananas.
I will. Hey, make it a large.
Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
Hi, this is Sarah at the Department of Rejected Dreams. If you had a dream rejected, IKEA can make it possible.
I've been dreaming of hosting a big dinner party, but I don't have enough plates.
Oh, that's easy.
Or bowls, or cups, or chairs.
So you need more everything. Well, IKEA has all your dining needs, from dinnerware and utensils to full dining sets.
Wow, everything but the kitchen sink.
Actually, we have those too. Get everything your dream kitchen needs at a price you didn't dream possible. In-store or online at ikea.us/dreamkitchen. Dream the possibility.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. Money is on the line. Always say hello with Quo. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Breaking news for your home. Wayday is here. It's Wayfair's big sale, where you can score the best deals in home, like up to 80% off with free shipping on everything. Plus surprise flash deals all Wayday long. You won't find better deals for your home anywhere else. We're talking furniture, decor, rugs, and more, all at Wayfair, and all up to 80% off during Wayday. So don't wait. Shop Wayfair's Wayday now through April 27th to score the best deals in home.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
O'Reilly. Check engine, ABS, or maintenance light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. The service is free and provides a report with solutions verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we could recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today. O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Dude, I'm just looking at that video of the guy at the Top Golf. Man, I don't even know how you do that. I mean, I know drunk people do a lot of dumb things that make no sense, but I guess there's a way in there somehow, some way.
Hey,
it's crazy.
The video is crazy. Then we talk about it, and because they're listening.
Yes.
The very next tweet I see is people pelting his car with golf balls, but it was from a completely different angle when he was driving down the other side, coming back to it. So people had seen him driving around there long enough, and then they started pelting him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Good stuff.
Good stuff. Well, happy Monday, everybody. Hope you're all having a good one, whatever you're doing. However you're doing it. Bad news for Texas Tech, perhaps, at least for now. I would assume that everything will be okay by the time the season begins, but their quarterback that they just paid about $5 million to is going to rehab.
For his gambling addiction. Brendan Sorsby transfers in, and even Joey McGuire, who's going to be in San Antonio in a couple of weeks talking at the quarterback club, said, we love Brendan. We support his decision to seek professional help. Taking this step requires courage, and our primary focus is on him as a person. Our program is behind him as he prioritizes his health. He's entering a residential treatment program for a gambling addiction. Texas Tech maintained their commitment to supporting the quarterback through his recovery process and long-term health and well-being. Here's did the NCAA start investigating him? Because he's a well-traveled quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, while on the Indiana roster in 2022, he placed bets on Indiana. This could obviously affect his eligibility. So my question, and I hate to be this cynical, but in today's world, does he know he's busted?
Yes.
I got a problem. I'm going to check into rehab and maybe. I mean, it's what Tiger did. It's what Brittany's doing. Is that the thing to do? I'm in trouble. I need help. Let me check into rehab, because it says in here his addiction is to his mobile device and placing bets.
Well, I could see that, but this guy placed a ton of bets, and I don't know, how much money he won or lost. It doesn't say anywhere that I could see, but he was making a bunch, and it's real easy to do on your mobile device, and when it's right there, you just bam, and bets in. So this is but it could cost him some playing time, depending on what the NCAA comes up with. If you bet on your own sport, it could cost you 50% of the season. That's one of the punishments. More than $800 on pro sports can cost a player about 30% of the season.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be interesting to see what the NCAA finds out and what kind of penalty there is. But obviously Texas Tech, thinking they're going to have a pretty good squad again this year, they found their quarterback, paid him a lot of money, and now he may miss some time.
Well, and again, you almost wonder, because, the various reports out there and some tweets from Pete Thamel, some of his bets were at a Cincinnati Reds game, and he was live betting by pitch $1 or $2.50. Not a lot. But over time and some of the other stuff, and again, go look at the various reports that are out there, and if he does have an addiction and he's seeking help and he gets the help, man, everybody should be proud of him. If he knows he's in trouble and, what's the best PR spin here?
Yeah.
All right, spring ball's done. Cool. I'm going to head off to rehab, check myself in. I'll come back and I'll be better, because that's the downside, is if they could figure out, and everything on your phone is trackable, if he were betting on games that he were playing in and could certainly influence the outcome of a game, and as a quarterback you can certainly do that, then you wonder if he'll ever see the field again in college, and you got to believe or wonder, would he ever see the field at the professional level?
Well, he's a pretty good quarterback, so I don't know. And I think by that point in time, if depending on what scouts think of him in the NFL, yeah, I think he probably will be. But it's going to be interesting to see what he does and how he does it, and what the NCAA – because, look, with gambling it's intertwined now in sports of all kinds. And, these kids are doing it now that they're making money. Especially these kids that are making a lot of money can find themselves in a lot of trouble very quickly. So it's going to be interesting, and what will they change the rules? I think they need to make them more stiff than that. Now, it's hard to keep a kid from betting on pro sports, but I don't know. If you're the NCAA and this becomes a problem, you may have to put the hammer down.
Well, and again, Pete Thamel tweeted out that there's so much here, and thousands of bets via his gambling app in the ESPN article, including when he was at Indiana betting on Indiana. But he was a true freshman. He played in one game as a reserve. Bets are from 2022. And so again, they know everything about your phone.
Yep.
And there's so many different geofences and trackers that they're able to find guys quickly. Now, I say that, and we're going back to 2022, so he's avoided it for a while, seemingly. But as he's made more money, the question is that his bets get bigger.
I'm sure they did.
And you would think that. I don't know what the answer is, because these guys have to be held to a much higher standard because of the old school day of throwing a game, that idea of it, but or calling your bookie. But now that it's on your phone, it is so easy. And I do understand people can get carried away with their bets. And if you are a responsible gambler, where you bet money that you know you could afford to lose in hopes of winning, and you see stories like this, you go, well, how is that possible? But it's also very easy to understand where you might chase something, you think it's a sure thing or whatever the case is. And the other part, I know, because like for me, if I'm, like on mine, 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 $5 to $10 bets in a day, well, that could add up pretty quick if you don't win in a week, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like I could see where it could get out of control. But if you're a college athlete and you know the consequences, but then again, I don't know. Mike Vrabel went back to work today. For 6 years at least, that guy was risking it all, understanding what the consequences were, and willing to risk it.
Well, and I guess that's a form of gambling, and in a way,
he was playing with fire.
Yeah, he certainly was. It must have been pretty good. So I'm just saying. Look, and you hit the nail on the head. What happens is if you lose a couple of bets, you start chasing, and that's when you get in trouble. It truly is when you get in trouble, and you lose 2 or 3, and you're down a significant amount. You're going to bet a little bit more. I'm going to win this one, and I'm going to get even. Then all of a sudden, you lose that one, and that's where most, from what I've found in my experience, is that's when most people get into trouble. And so you got to have that time to quit, and you'd say stop and pay the man and move on. But I mean, you're right about sure things. Hell, I thought Phoenix was a really good bet the other night, and it wasn't, as it turns out. So there are no sure things in sports.
Yeah,
man.
no, you were betting the ranch
in sports gambling. Well, fortunately, I didn't bet the ranch. My wife would kill me if I did that. But again, it's just whatever you can afford. My bets are small. It's just to give me something to. A little interest in the game, and that's it. And so hopefully everything's going to turn out all right for this young man, and he'll be okay. But we'll see what happens and what kind of enforcement the NCAA comes up with. Because as far as I'm concerned, the NCAA's got no balls at all. So we'll see if they find a pair in this situation.
Yeah, they're going to have to. They're going to have to do something. That's for sure.
Hey, we've got a poll up on our YouTube page. You can go to sasportstar.com and get there. And it's very simple. Does anyone obviously believe Portland has a chance in Game 5? It's a lot closer than I thought. Yes, 33%. No, 67%. You can go there and vote in the poll. And we'll talk a little Spurs basketball when we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Injuries happen, and when they do, you can skip the ER and get straight to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains, conveniently located in the Corey area with extended hours Monday through Saturday. They have on-site x-ray casting and bracing. In fact, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, but best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. So if you're injured, get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic. Learn more online at tsaog.com. That's tsaog.com.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Coming up on the Morning Huddle, Nuggets Timberwolves Game 5, do we know who's playing the Spurs?
Gentlemen sweeps on the order. We got Spurs action and more word from the NFL's draft. Hey, this is going to be a good week. Get here early. Party starts at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Morning 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like a hospitality manager at a 5-star hotel.
So I just checked into room 318, but someone was in there.
Room 318. Oh, you were supposed to be booked in 813, which is now booked.
So what do we do?
How about rock, paper, scissors for who gets the bid?
This is your job for sponsored jobs. This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
Spring into savings this truck month at North Park Chevrolet in Castroville, your 6-time Chevrolet Dealer of the Year. Lease a 2026 Silverado 1500 Crew LT for $589 a month, 0 down. Or drive a 2026 Silverado 1500 Crew Custom for $36,999. New heavy duties have 3.9% financing, no payments for 90 days. Together, let's drive North Park Chevrolet, 10 minutes by Loop 410 in Castroville. Must qualify. Call 830-355-2107 for full price and offer details.
Harry Douglas here. Let me ask you something. What if you can enjoy the taste of a cocktail, the warmth of a spirit, and still stay fully in control? That's RK Zero Proof, a pioneer in the alcohol-free spirits category. RK delivers bold flavor and a real warming sensation with 0 alcohol, 0 sugar, 0 carbs, and 0 calories. Perfect for nights out, social gatherings, or anytime you want the experience of a drink without sacrificing tomorrow. Check it out at rkbeverages.com. That's ARKAY beverages.com. RK. All the flavor, none of the alcohol.
Breaking news for your home. Way Day is here. It's Wayfair's big sale, where you can score the best deals in home, like up to 80% off with free shipping on everything. Plus surprise flash deals all Way Day long. You won't find better deals for your home anywhere else. We're talking furniture, decor, rugs, and more, all at Wayfair, and all up to 80% off during Way Day. So don't wait. Shop Wayfair's Way Day now through April 27th to score the best deals in home.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Staples presents Celebrations Made Easy.
I was throwing a party for the twins and had custom invites and a banner printed at Staples. And that's when I saw Party City is now at Staples.
Party City? No way.
Yep. So now Staples has all your printing needs and everything you need for a party.
Everything times 2.
Yeah. And now at Staples, save 40% on custom cards, photo gifts, wrapping paper, banners, and more.
Big news. Party City is now at Staples.
That was easy.
Shop Staples in-store, online, or on the app. In 613. Exclusions apply.
When snack time calls, Pork Rinds answers. Be your own crunch time hero with Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds. Skip the chip and go straight for the ultimate crunch that's low carb, high protein, and loaded with bold flavor. We're talking sweet barbecue or hot honey. Yeah, it's that good. Snack smarter, crunch harder. Stock up on Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds at H-E-B or head to porkrinds.com. Make Southern Recipe your crunch time hero. We have meaningful basketball being played in San Antonio for the first time in years, and you know the Roo Pub has proven to be the best place to go watch the games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch the game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
The Gomez Law Firm has been San Antonio's trusted law firm for 50 years. We have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here with us today. Jose, tell us about the cases you all specialize in.
We do ride-sharing cases, we do 18-wheeler cases, work injuries. We will be happy to take a look at and see if we can help.
If you or your family have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, you need to visit joegomezlaw.com. Call the Gomez Law Firm at 736-4040.
Mom deserves more than flowers and a card. Enter to win the JTV Mother's Day Getaway at jtv.com/sweepstakes. You could win a 6-night cruise to Grand Cayman, Mexico, and the Bahamas, plus $1,000 spending money and a $1,000 gift card to shop JTV. It's a mom's dream come true. Enter the JTV Mother's Day Getaway now at jtv.com/sweepstakes. And new customers receive a one-time $25 off of a purchase of $50 or more.
Spurs have a chance to close things out here at home tomorrow night against the Portland Trail Blazers in their first-round playoff series, best of 7. Spurs up 3-1 after a crazy, strange game yesterday in Portland.
Tale of two halves. Pick your cliche. An incredible turnaround in both games 3 and 4 in the likes that you haven't seen. In fact, in the last 3 games in this series, each team has blown double-digit leads. Remember, Don't forget, the Spurs were up 14 with 8 minutes to play in Game 2 and lost.
Mm-hmm.
The difference is being down double digits and then going up double digits. These swings in this series has been incredible. But something that Wemby said yesterday about this team, their connection is incredible.
We got this connection. I think there's no useless drama in between us, you know. We thrive when we do the invisible efforts that benefit others. There's no jealousy. Nobody cares about their stat line, you know. So it's our greatest strength.
I think he's right. I mean, when these guys start playing together the way they did in that second half yesterday, they're a tough team to beat. And not only that, Jason, when Wemby is protecting the rim the way he did yesterday in that second half, it's tough. There was nobody getting inside on him. I mean, he was what did he end up with, 7 blocks?
Yeah.
And then he affected so many more shots than that. But it was just, I mean, that was a clinic in basketball, second half.
It was, and really, De'Aaron Fox, and I know Mitch Johnson said, might have been his best game as a member of the Spurs. And I know Devin Vassell was great, but De'Aaron Fox had an incredible game. And that's, you watch a game like that, that's what you were traded to come in and do. And he talked about just having to come back on the road in back-to-back games.
Yeah, I mean, that's big. I think that's big for any team, being able to come out and win both games on the road. Obviously, this team, they were playing well, but I think for us, at least tonight, or at least today, not as much in Game 3, I think we dug ourselves a hole because of the way that we were playing. We weren't passing the ball, we weren't moving the ball enough, we were turning the ball over, we weren't taking good shots, and that led to them getting out in transition, living in the paint. When they got threes, it was the threes that they wanted. It wasn't the threes that we were forcing them to take, and that was on us. And I think that's why they had the most. I think that was the most they've had in a half this series. So we knew that when we got in that hole, we just had to figure out a way to play the right way, not necessarily play better. If you don't make shots, is what it is. Shake their hands, you go the other way. But the way that we got down was, we felt like all our fault. And third quarter, we played the right way. We fixed that. We kept them out of the paint, and that's why we were able to get back in this game.
Yeah, it's interesting, and what De'Aaron says there. It looked like the Spurs were just in mud at times in that first half, and Portland was able to do what they wanted. But as he said, they did get hot from the outside in that first half, and that was a big part of what they got up so big. Well,
and again, for Fox, he talked about what was going right for him.
I think just being solid. If I have a three, if they give me space, you take it. If they don't, you try to get to the paint. And if there's no help, you finish. If there is help, kick it out. And I think just trying to play as simple as possible, I think made this game a little bit easier, especially the way that they play. They pressure the ball. They don't necessarily help a lot. I think they force the least amount of threes in the league. So in game 1 and 2, that was one of our emphasis. We weren't getting the threes that we wanted to take, or the threes that we were getting throughout the regular season. And obviously a lot of that has to do with their game plan, but we still have to try to figure out ways to generate those type of shots. And we did that, especially last game, and in the second half today, we did that.
And they did that, and De'Aaron Fox was a big part of that. That's for sure. I was happy to see him have a good half, because I know Spurs fans have been kind of screaming at him a little bit because he has not really had a great playoff series, but he certainly stepped up big in that second half.
Well, and you even look at, he finishes with 28, also had 7 assists. Keldon Johnson hasn't had a great series, although he had some big shots, finished with 9 points. But Devin Vassell is another one. 11 points, was 5 of 9, but it was all the other stuff that he was doing. And, yeah, I mean, Mitch Johnson just, Devin Vassell impacts the game more than you realize.
We've been talking about Devin for a few months now, and it's interesting because some of these games I feel like he has such an influence on his stat line or his box isn't always as monstrous as we've known before, with 32 points or this and that. Tonight he had 11, 6 rebounds, which we needed every one of them, a couple assists, a steal, a block. But he's just become a staple for us in terms of maturity and a stabilizing force on the court. And he is someone that I think I've started to cling to just when it feels like we need a level of consistency, and he's provided that in a lot of different ways for us.
Well, I tell you what, the sound guy kind of dropped the ball there on Mitch Johnson. A little overmodulated. However, I digress. Devin Vassell, that's interesting. And again, we've showered this guy with praise. Keldon Johnson too, for learning the roles that they have on this team, and they've done a good job with that. And I think Vassell has grown up a lot this season. He really has, and he's going to be a part of any success the Spurs have in this playoff run. And he's got to be a big part of it. Keldon Johnson has to be. But we talk about De'Aaron Fox. That's your quarterback. He's got to have better games. Look, you're going to have bad games from time to time. That's going to happen. But he's got to be more consistent than he has been in this series.
Well, and again, not only him, but Wemby. I mean, this is as close to maybe calling somebody out as you're going to get from Mitch Johnson. But listen carefully to what he says about Wemby's first half versus his second. Cut 8.
I didn't, to be honest. I've learned to trust that young man, and I'm rolling with him. And I think the challenge now is for him to continue to play the way he did in the second half for the whole game. And when he does that, we'll be tough. But if he doesn't do that, there's a ripple effect for our team, and that's the responsibility that comes with being the face of the franchise and the best player.
Is he calling him out, or is he challenging him?
Yes.
Okay, maybe both.
I mean, how do you – he's challenging. He's being very honest. Nobody is going to disagree with him. But you hear that, look, dude, you sucked in the first half. You were great in the second half. But when you suck, our team sucks, right? And De'Aaron Fox can be off. Devin Vassell can be off. Steph Castle can be off. Everybody else will pick him up. If Wemby is not on, the ripple effect is pretty obvious.
Well, I mean, everything goes through him primarily.
Well,
So
again, the clarification, that's the responsibility when you're the face of the franchise.
It's difficult, and I try to think back, because there were games that Tim Duncan would have a bad half or a bad quarter, but he would bounce back. I think the fact that Wemby bounced back yesterday says a lot, and we'll see how he starts the game tomorrow night. But I think that says a lot. I don't know what was in his head in the first half. It seemed like he just wasn't himself. In fact, when at halftime I tweeted out Wemby was very un-Wemby-like in that half, and he was. And so I don't know if he was still thinking about it, maybe missing that game. I don't know. We can come up with a million different things, but whatever he did or whatever he was thinking in the second half had nothing to do with anything else except destroying Portland, and that's exactly what he did.
Well, and again, you look at, and we're all probably guilty of watching Wemby in the first half and wondering, should he even be out there, right? Mm-hmm. Was he still dealing with the effects of the concussion? Even though we find out afterwards, he was mad that he didn't get to play Friday night. But they were all sorts of out of sync. It was an early game, 12:30 there in Portland. Maybe that had something to do with it. I love how Mitch can tell us, offensively in the second half, they just started doing what they hoped to do in the first half. They just executed better.
Yeah, no, I would say, honestly, Jerry, like the answer to the earlier question, there wasn't a big strategic shift. We executed better. We moved the ball better.
we set better screens and rolled more, which put more pressure on the rim, and then that opened up things for others, whether that was the person handling, hitting the roller, or then getting off the basketball when we created a crowd with the roll or that initial penetration. And then I think that's where, we have a lot of dynamic guys, but that is a very good defensive team, specifically when you talk about initial action, whether that's guarding isolation or guarding the bounce or just pick and roll in general, because they have great rim protection and really, really good isolation one-on-one defenders. And so we needed some kick acrosses, we need some kick aheads in transition, and then we flowed better, I think, into trying to get some pressure on the rim with rolling, with spacing, and then when we saw crowds, we passed the ball.
No doubt, and getting out of trouble, and I don't know, man. It was a clinic in that second half.
But do you really believe him? I mean, you watched the game.
Yeah.
It looked like the adjustment was, let's attack the rim.
Well,
quit settling for outside shots. Let's attack the rim. Get the switches, run the pick and roll, get some easier shots, get Wemby going, and that opened the door for everybody else.
I think what Mitch Johnson did yesterday in the second half was Wemby was more outside. You're right. He was driving to the basket. They were doing the alley-oop, which is, to me, is unstoppable when you got a guy that tall. And I wish they did it. Well, hell, they could probably do it every time down the floor, for goodness sake. But he brings them outside, which brought their bigs outside. And it opened up the paint for everybody. And so I think that was a genius move by Mitch Johnson. I give him a lot of credit for the adjustments he made in that game.
When you look at the series itself, it should end tomorrow night in San Antonio in Game 5, 8:30 down at the Frostbank Center.
It will.
I'm with you. That's our poll question. You go to sasportstar.com and click through on the YouTube channel. Does anyone obviously believe Portland has a chance in Game 5? 70% say no. I see Blazer fan has entered the chat.
He has. He's still optimistic.
He's got to be. And with good reason. You look at, like, Spurs fans have every right to be cocky. You saw them win 2 games in Portland, and they were down big in both games. That's my concern, is they've gotten down big in 2 games, were able to rally back. They were up 14 and blew that lead in Game 2. This Portland team is scrappy. That we know. And one thing that De'Aaron Fox says is they can't afford to keep digging themselves these holes.
Yeah, we've had leads in the season that we've given up. We've had times that we've been down and we've been able to fight back. Of course, you don't want to get into that habit, but we know that when we're down, we figure out why we're down and we try to fix that. If you get blown out, you get blown out. At least right now, you live another day. But we were able to come into halftime, talk about it with each other. Obviously, our coaching staff is telling us what they need to tell us, but whenever you're hearing it from guys in the same uniform, you I wouldn't necessarily say you take it the wrong way, but it's a little different when you hear it from guys that are out there on the court with you. And like I said, we were able to come back here, fix it, take it out on the court, and we got back into this game. And once we got the lead, we kept playing the right way, and that's why we were able to blow the lead open.
You know what was interesting about that and what he said, and it also helps when you're making shots. Right, because they come out in that third quarter, I think they made 3 or 4 threes in a row. Just bam, 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 down. And that 17-point lead was down to 9 in like no time.
Yep.
And so, obviously that helps when you're making those shots. If they don't make those shots, who knows how the game goes. But that got him going and kind of put Portland on their heels. And the rest is history.
It was a fun weekend, but I know at halftime, and I know I'm not alone, I was mad as hell at what I was seeing. That first half. And that's par for the course of what we've seen a lot so far through the NBA playoffs. And granted, first round, you generally get some blowouts. Mm-hmm. But we have had a lot of blowouts so far during the NBA playoffs, and quite frankly, underdogs that are winning, which is, a little surprising. But it is playoff basketball. One of the best things that I heard yesterday after the game was from Denny. The Spurs were more physical than we were. And you don't hear that very often.
No.
But you heard that from him. And again, did that catch them off guard? Because they were more physical in the second half, and they dictated the pace with the pick and roll and with Wemby going. But to hear another team say, yeah, they were more physical than us.
That's like a sin. I mean, for that to happen in the game of basketball. They're more physical than we were, which is, I don't know if I saw the Spurs being physical so much. Portland just is, because that's what they do. But they've got to get some – if they have any hope tomorrow night at all. I mean, Scoot Henderson had that big game in Game 2, and I don't know where the hell he's been. He's been on a milk cart in the last two. So he hasn't been anywhere. Klingon is nowhere to be found. In fact, he got benched yesterday because Robert Williams is playing so well.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know who they're going to go to or who they're going to do, but I would expect an all-out effort from Portland tomorrow, just pride's sake, if nothing else. You don't want a gentleman's sweep and get beat. At least take that thing back home to Portland and see what happens. But
Tom doesn't want to have to come up with some towels or something to give the fans.
Well, he doesn't. No, and he probably doesn't. Want to have to travel back to San Antonio for a Game 7.
Well, no, and he was probably mad they won Game 2, so they got to come back today.
He was hoping to sweep, and they'd be all there, and he could just lock things up.
Old Scooter was 0 for 7 yesterday in 27 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Playoff game with 0 points. Might have played his best 2 games in Games 1 and 2 in San Antonio.
Yep.
That said, though, a lot of love for Dylan Harper for Friday, not Sunday, because he was 1 of 6 yesterday. But Dylan Harper on Friday night was incredible. And that dunk that he had.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. But he had an incredible game and the hope that's there to the point. And clearly this dude must have done this prior to. I don't know unless he just had it in his car. Because I got to the Rue Pub second half. And there was a dude wearing a Kawhi Leonard jersey.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, but he had taped over Leonard on the back and wrote Harper. and then my friend Paul Berry sent me a picture. He's done the same thing with his Kawhi jersey. Now, my question is, why do you still have that thing?
Yeah, I have no idea.
At some point, shouldn't that have gone to Goodwill?
Well, you probably paid a pretty good penny for it if it's an official jersey.
Who is wearing a Kawhi jersey out in town? So you paid good money for it. Yeah, it's a real jersey, but you've just had it hanging in the closet for all these years and to put tape over it and get your Sharpie out and write Harper?
So I guess, too cheap to go get a Harper jersey?
Has he earned the expense yet?
I don't know. I had to pump the brakes on a dude yesterday who was texting me and saying, Harper looks a lot like Kobe Bryant. And I'm like, dude, pump the brakes. Hold it on. He's a good player. He will be a good player. Let's pump the brakes a little.
Kobe, huh?
Kobe.
You want to call this friend out?
No.
Okay.
I don't. I don't, but, pump the brakes a little bit. He had a great game, and he made a highlight reel play.
Mm-hmm.
But let's pump the brakes a little.
Kobe, huh?
Kobe. Mm-hmm. Kobe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Speaking of guys that have a lot of potential and, are excited to be in the state of Texas, one Caleb Downs, the Cowboys' first selection in Thursday's draft, 11th overall selection out of Ohio State. He's going to join us on the Blitz coming up here in about, 15, 16, 17 minutes or so, something like that. So stay tuned to hear from the Cowboys' newest player, one guy that I think is going to be a real stud in the NFL. And he's going to be wearing a star on his helmet. We'll talk to him next hour as we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
If you've been dealing with low energy, gained a little weight, low sex drive, it might be time to get your testosterone levels checked. And I say might be, it is time, so you can get back to feeling like yourself again. You need to go into Synergenics or Low T Center and get your TRT test. And if you need it, get TRT customized to your body. You see, at Synergenics and Low T Center, they deliver hormone therapy built around the individual. It's not a standard protocol. Every treatment plan is customized based on lab work, symptoms, and provider evaluation, with ongoing adjustments designed to keep patients optimized safely over time. Unlike telehealth middlemen, Synergenics operates as a vertically integrated medical practice. From diagnostics and provider oversight to treatment management and ongoing optimization, patients receive coordinated care designed for long-term results. And they also offer medically guided peptide and metabolic therapies that can support recovery, sleep quality, body composition, healthy aging, and even weight management. Right now, Synergenics and Low T Center are offering the T-test for men free. Hormone testing for ladies is just $99. Normally, that's $200. So book that initial appointment now. Normally $299, so you're saving $200. Book that initial appointment now at Synergenics.com. Synergenx.com.
Riding I-10 with the Blitz.
Well, it's breaking this afternoon. The Cowboys have signed a wide receiver. It's Marquez Valdez Scantling. He has signed a one-year deal. We also find out today that wide receiver George Pickens has not yet signed his franchise tag, although Stephen Jones said he thought it was going to be signed, sealed, and delivered last week. Spurs got a couple over the weekend. They got a 3-1 lead over the Blazers. They'll try to close them out tomorrow night inside the Frostbank Center. Hope your Monday is going exactly how you want it to go. I know Spurs fans very happy on this Monday afternoon. Spurs with a 3-1 lead over the Portland Trail Blazers. Look to close them out tomorrow night. This is the Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinigle. He's Jason Minix.
And new Dallas Cowboy, Caleb Downs, set to call in about 10 minutes or so. We'll see.
Yeah, ish.
Well, I was told 4:15.
You were told that, yes.
We'll be ready.
No, we'll be ready.
Yeah. Now, some other Cowboys news. So, insurance wide receiver on a one-year deal.
Uh-huh.
Interesting. The more interesting is the reports today that one George Pickens had not yet signed his franchise tag deal.
True.
Thursday, we thought he was, and apparently the Cowboys received an email from David Mulligetta indicating that GP was going to sign that tag. I don't know on the email because it hasn't been reported yet. Nobody said anything. When? But you get an email like that, you kind of expect the now. And remember I said at the time, if not a trade, is that George Pickens, after Steven was so emphatic that they weren't going to negotiate long-term, if George Pickens really wants to be a Dallas Cowboy, then does he tell his agent, get on the phone and get this done? By signing the tag, when and if he does sign it, he would be required then to show up for work for the off-season activities.
Yep.
If he doesn't sign it, he doesn't have to show up for work for the off-season. So, and we joked about the small percent chance that it was his olive branch that he really wants to be a Dallas Cowboy. Let's get this and get signed and go to work, which you generally don't see done with a player on the franchise tag. But that would show the Cowboys the commitment that he has. That, what do you mean you're not willing to negotiate something long-term? Because that's what he wants. Sign him long-term or trade him.
That's what Adam Schefter is reporting today. He wants an extension or a trade. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens there. I just think maybe George was okay with the idea and slept on it and said, David, nah, I don't want to do that. Extension or get me the hell out of here. One of the two. Or let's just wait until July. I mean, I don't. Nothing is mandatory at this point in time. So, I mean, he even if he signed his tag, he wouldn't have to show up for the voluntary workouts if he didn't want to.
But, or if during the draft, so many different trade scenarios are worked out in advance. And if the board is falling the way you want, you execute said trade. Maybe what they had worked out in advance didn't ultimately happen.
It could be.
And if you're George, you're smart to say, I'll sign it if. And if didn't happen, he remains unsigned as we sit here at 4:08 on a Monday afternoon.
That is what is being reported, so we'll see what happens when that with Pickens. But again, the Cowboys with a little insurance policy. And again, Scantling's not George Pickens.
No.
But he's a reliable, veteran guy that you can count on. And obviously, if Pickens is there or not there, at least you've got something to fall back on.
Well, I mean, when you look at the reliable wide receivers, you've got CD and you got Flanoy. I think Tolbert's gone, right? So who else do they have from a depth standpoint?
Well, that's a good question. Obviously, they did draft a wide receiver as a throw-in.
A seventh-round guy.
Yeah, seventh-round guy.
I mean,
so
core special teams practice squad type if you're lucky.
Yeah, true. Well, you never know. Yeah, you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's possible. I'm going to hold out hope for this young man.
Well,
and I'm sure they'll bring some others in, obviously, for training camp. And,
sure.
And see where we're going. And hopefully we've got some clarity on the George Pickens situation by then.
I just sure hope. I really do hope that Mulligetta and the Cowboys smooth over their rough patches. Because DeMarvion Overshown changed agents. He now is represented by David Mulligetta.
Yes, he is. You think Mulligetta's on a mission to just get the majority of the Dallas Cowboys?
Well, he's on a mission to get every player he can that's going to sign for a whole lot of money.
Well, sure. I'm not sure Overshown's that guy just yet, though. So, well, we'll see. We'll see. Look, I'm pulling for DeMarvion to come back and play well and injury-free. That poor dude has been banged up since he got to Dallas. So we'll see. But it is interesting that Mulligetta is just a thorn in Jerry's side. That's the way that it goes. I wonder who Caleb Downs' agent is.
Not David Mulligetta.
It's not David Mulligetta. But I don't know. It may come up in the conversation. It may not. Who knows? The good part about it is we will have a conversation with Caleb Downs next here on The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. In the meantime, I want to introduce you to Window Nation. Spring has arrived, and, you want to open up the windows, breathe in that fresh air, and do all of that kind of stuff, but maybe your windows won't open. Maybe they're just old, and, I don't know, they're leaking stuff out of the house and stuff into the house that you don't want. And that's when you need to think about new windows. And Window Nation is the company to call because right now they've got a great sale going on. It's going to save you a lot of money, not only for your new windows, it's going to save you a lot of money on your electric bill as well. Their sale, though, is called the More You Buy, the More You Save sale. You can save up to 50% off all your windows. Plus, you can get them with 0% interest for 5 years. It is an incredible, incredible deal. And look, Window Nation is so confident about their windows. They stand behind them with a lifetime warranty. And keep in mind, they're rated A+ by the Better Business Bureau. You don't want to wait to put an end to those window problems. I know you've been thinking about it. Window Nation is the company you need to call. They'll come out to your house and give you a demonstration on how they can save you a ton of money. The More You Buy, the More You Save sale going on right now. You don't want to wait. This sale can't last that long. It's just too good. So go to windownation.com. That's windownation.com. That's how you can book your consultation.
Healthy vision is about more than seeing clearly. It's about going beyond. From comprehensive eye care with the latest technology to advanced vision solutions that provide deep insights into your overall health. And with doctors who build lasting relationships founded on trust, ensuring that every detail is taken care of. I choose Vision Source to never miss out on life's precious moments. Vision Source, beyond your eyes.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Breaking news for your home. Wayday is here. It's Wayfair's big sale, where you can score the best deals in home, like up to 80% off with free shipping on everything. Plus surprise flash deals all Wayday long. You won't find better deals for your home anywhere else. We're talking furniture, decor, rugs, and more, all at Wayfair, and all up to 80% off during Wayday. So don't wait. Shop Wayfair's Wayday now through April 27th to score the best deals in home.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. Money is on the line. Always say hello with Quo. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement.
Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
San Antonio has a drinking problem, and it's getting worse every day. More and more people are on the bottle. This is Rob Thompson for Connecticut Quality Water Systems of San Antonio in the Hill Country, and I want to help you get off the bottle. The plastic water bottle, that is. I don't blame you. Tap water has that off taste, but buying bottled water over and over is like losing in the first round every single week. You keep paying, you keep hauling it home, and the bottled water companies keep hauling your money to the bank. There's a better way out there. Right now, when you buy Connecticut water softener, you get a K5 reverse osmosis drinking station free. It's installed right in your kitchen sink. It's like having a bottled water machine at home without the bottles. Pure, clean, great tasting water. The K5 helps remove the contaminants and reduce the stuff that messes with taste and odor. Do what Dave Ramsey recommends. Do what I do. Make the wise investment. Call Connecticut today, 210-656-PURE. That's 210-656-PURE. Go get one today. I know you're going to be thanking me later.
ConnecticutSA.com.
License number 3. It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
The NFL draft is in the rearview mirror, and boy, just about everybody is praising what the Dallas Cowboys did. I'm Joe Reinagle. He is Jason Minix.
It is The Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. And a lot of that praise that the Cowboys are getting was because of their first selection in the first round. One Caleb Downs, who joins us now on the Buyers Barricades guest line. Caleb, just from Thursday night to now, can you even grasp everything that is going on?
I mean, honestly, it's just a blessed feeling to be a part of. I mean, been thinking about this since I've been a child, and it's a surreal moment to actually accomplish, but it kind of fades off because at some point it just becomes, you have to prove it again. You have to give yourself a chance to celebrate it for a second, but also realize there's a new challenge ahead and push towards that.
You know, Caleb, I don't know if you had a team in mind or a favorite team growing up. That's really not important. But I saw when you were drafted and you come walking down that hall, you stopped and stared at the star for just a few minutes like you were a very happy man.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really much better places to play than Dallas, so I was excited for that. And I had a great visit with the coaches and everything when I came out here before. And I had honestly been out here like 2 times in the past, like the week before the draft. So like I had like the city and everything, so it was a good landing spot.
Well, and you know, let's face it. You took the photo in the Bluebonnet Field. I mean, that was a sign that you were going to be in the great state of Texas.
Hey, I was telling somebody if I would have known that was going to be foreshadowing, that would have been crazy. But yeah, definitely turned out to work out that way.
So what do you? Obviously, it's been a whirlwind for you, I would assume, Caleb. But you're there at the Star, ready to get to work. I mean, this Dallas Cowboys defense, and it's me saying it, was just not very good last year.
So wasn't you, everybody.
So you're coming in. There's a lot of expectations on you to really be the guy and to make some differences there. You have any problem with that? Those expectations?
I mean, at the end of the day, expectations really don't matter. It really only matters my expectations for how I play the game, and other than that, can't really control what anybody else thinks. So, not really focused on any of that. Just trying to do my job and make the team better.
When you visited with the Cowboys' new defensive coordinator Christian Parker during the pre-draft, what were those conversations like? And as a player, and obviously he's your boss now, so I expect you to answer this in one way. But I mean, what was it? Was there a sense of I can fit with what he's trying to do?
Yeah, just very very knowledgeable. Think through the game in a really good way, I thought. So I could see his vision for how he wanted to run everything, and thought I had a really good piece in that if everything worked out well, which it did. So just excited to get to work, excited to be able to push towards something together, and then we'll see where it goes.
You know, Caleb, I have to imagine, though, I mean, you're coming from Ohio State. You guys were under the bright lights all the time, and I can't imagine this is too much different for you getting to the NFL and seeing the facilities there at the Star and knowing now that you were a professional football player.
Yeah, I feel like playing with the schools that I have and the organizations that I have, I feel like that's a positive for me just because I played at high level. I played with high expectations of people to win at a high level. So I feel like I've done that, and I'll continue to do that, and I kind of feed off of the want to win.
Well, and you might be one that could actually answer this because you played at Alabama, you played at Ohio State. Now, granted, Ohio State, you got a national championship, but everybody always argues who's better in football right now. Is it the Big Ten or is it the SEC?
Yeah, I mean, I think you can't really argue with the results the past couple of years. So, I mean, they've gone 3-0 the past 3 years, so that kind of just shuts everybody up at this point.
Yeah, it absolutely does. Caleb, you got to be used to the bright lights of the NFL. I mean, your entire family, you're just kind of expected, I think, to be a professional football player. I mean, your dad, your uncle, your brother. I mean, your whole family played NFL football or is playing NFL football.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say expected, but definitely felt more real just because I've known people that had done it at a high level, and I feel like that's a huge part of success is just knowing that these things are possible that we're trying to accomplish. So I always had it in the back of my head, but a lot of things had to fall in place, and a lot of favor had to happen to get to this point. So I'm just thankful.
Caleb Downs joining us here on the Blitz on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. And Caleb, I mean, the expectations you've been playing with for a long time. I do the national radio broadcast for the All-American Bowl now, the Navy All-American Bowl every year. You were in this game a couple of years ago. One of the guys on the selection committee, knowing that I'm a Cowboy fan, texted me, "You're going to love Caleb Downs." Do you remember him from San Antonio? And just to go to Alabama, to Ohio State, and then there were, depending on mock drafts, you going as high as 4, 5, or 6. And when you didn't go in the top 10, were you starting to get a little anxious there in the green room?
Yeah, I mean, the competitor in you always wants to go as high as you can in that situation. So I would say a little bit for sure, but at the end of the day, before the draft, I prayed. I said, "Lord, put me where I need to go, not where my pride wants me to go, but where you want me to be." So if this is where he wants me to be, I'm thankful to be here.
Absolutely. I know Cowboy fans are thankful you're here as well. Video that's going viral of you beating your head coach in a putting contest. Shouldn't you try to throw that thing or what?
No, we don't throw competitions with anybody. That's not how things work. So he did. We did go in a putt off right when I got there because I called him out. So it was good. He actually ended up winning this one, so we're tied 1-1, and I'll have to get it back.
So you beat him during your visit, and then as soon as you got to the facility after you got drafted, he beat you.
He had been practicing all morning and everything like that. So yeah, he ended up getting some type of victory, I say.
But your goal, you'll get him back. It's 1-1 now, but you're going to win.
Oh, there's no doubt. Well, we got a couple years, so I'll go up by a couple.
Yeah, I think you're going to have a lot of opportunities to beat him. Now, Caleb, so what do you do when you're not playing football? Are you a golfer, or what do you do just to get away from the game?
Yeah, I mean, I play a lot of golf in the off season and everything, so that's what I like to do in my free time. Also watch a lot of movies, watch a lot of TV shows. So anything really to take up my time, and I wouldn't say I'm too picky. As long as there's some type of competition and things, I usually like it.
Always competing.
What's your handicap?
The past off season, I got to like a 14.5, so around like 86, 87.
Nice. Well, you could definitely beat Minix. I'm not sure about me, but you know.
Oh, listen to you. So when we get to now, how much have you heard about training camp?
You talking about in the fall?
Yeah, Oxnard, California. You know, the Cowboys have camp. It's gorgeous. It's right next to a golf course called the River Ridge Complex.
I just heard that it's beautiful and the weather's always good going into every practice. So I really haven't heard like that. I've heard nothing but good things about it, but I'm looking forward to it.
So I got to ask you a question, Caleb, because we saw something the other day that you said you were in middle school when you first started watching Dak Prescott. Has he commented on that yet?
I don't know if he's commented on that part, but I actually looked it up when he graduated college, and I was like, dang, I was in middle. I was thinking I might have been before middle school too. I was like, sheesh. He's definitely had a long career, and that should really be an honor to him that he's done so well in the league. So I would say that's a positive for him.
You know, Caleb, everybody talks about your high football IQ. I think we just go high IQ. That was a great way to try to spin that as a compliment. But as an older guy, and Ryan Eagle's much older than all of us, he's going to be offended by that. But that is part of it. He has had a great career. What current teammates now with the Cowboys have reached out to you that you've gotten a chance to visit with your short? I know it's a whirlwind, but your short time in Dallas. Who all have you heard from?
I mean, a couple guys, honestly. I wouldn't say I've got the chance to meet any of them just because I'm back in Columbus, Ohio before I come back in general to Dallas. So I would say Paris Campbell. Good to meet him. I mean, good to talk to him. Quentin Williams, and there are a couple other defensive guys I've talked to. So I'm sure I have a long list of texts that I haven't really read. So I'm sure I might have a couple more too. But
so did you have friends like coming out of the woodwork that you hadn't heard from in a while, texting you? And
I mean, I don't know. I didn't answer all the texts. So we'll see. We'll see. At some point in the next couple of days, I'll have to take some time and go through it.
Dude, I'm just glad that you answered the text to make this call when you're doing it. I didn't realize you were already back in Ohio. So what have the last couple of days been like? You're in Pittsburgh for the draft. You take the jet Friday. You're in Dallas. What's the weekend been like? And then when do you get to Dallas full time?
Yeah, got back Friday night. So from Dallas, and then over the weekend just hit a couple workouts, hang out with some teammates. Nothing crazy, honestly. Just make sure I'm in shape going into camp, rookie camp, and then we got to be there in the next couple of days for that. And then full time in Dallas, probably I think early May. So it'll be good.
Nice, man. So you got to find a good place to live and check out
all your stuff and move.
Yeah,
and then you got to figure out the barbecue joints. Are you a big barbecue guy,
Exactly.
Caleb?
Yeah, I am a big barbecue guy. So that's definitely a positive about ending up in Dallas.
When you go into a barbecue joint for the first time, how do you judge them? Is it on the brisket, the sausage, the ribs? What's your order normally like?
I'm definitely a brisket guy, so I would say it goes probably brisket, and then ribs would be like the second thing. What I would say, like, if you have good barbecue, like you have good ribs.
Absolutely.
And then after that, it would be something else, but I don't know. I would say those are the two big ones that like are pure barbecue for me that I gotta try.
Ribs and brisket.
And then you're like your pulled pork sandwich. I would say those would be like three.
You know, and again, being in Alabama, you probably dealt with a lot of pulled pork down there, right? That's not as much of a staple in Texas barbecue.
Yeah, maybe not then. So I probably won't get.
I mean, look, I will tell you, man. If you're in Texas, and some places have really good pulled pork, most don't. In Texas, it's a brisket, the ribs, and the sausage. And if you're somewhere where they got a good dino rib, one of those big old beef ribs, get that. If they're not sold out, get the beef rib.
Okay. I appreciate that.
You got it, man. You have to go to Fort Worth, too. Some good steaks over there, too. So a lot of good food in Texas, Caleb. You're going to enjoy it, my friend.
I appreciate that.
Just once a week on your cheat day, man. We don't need you to turn into a defensive tackle.
Yeah, I got a long ways for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Caleb Downs, congratulations on hearing your name called, and welcome to the Dallas Cowboys family, my friend.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys having me.
Appreciate it. Caleb Downs here on the Buyers Barricades guest line, where they provide traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond, online at buyersbarricades.com.
Very cool. Very cool. He's a hell of a football player, obviously, but, man, his whole family plays football.
All of them.
I mean, it's just kind of I don't know. I mean,
he's got a sister in medical school.
Well, there you go.
She's studying to be a doctor. She was an athlete.
Nice.
Now she's going to be a doctor.
Well, I tell you what.
It's a when you hear coaches like from a great family, literally, he is from a great family.
Absolutely, without a doubt. And he looks like a very good young man. Can't wait to meet him in person when we get up there, and hopefully lots of interviews to come with Caleb Downs and the play. I can't wait to see him play with a star in his helmet and make some plays. Here's what Dak's got to worry about in training camp: is Downs picking him off.
It's going to happen.
Yeah, of course it will.
Let's hope.
Well, because, Dak he has a tendency to throw, a few picks every now and then.
Dude, all he's going to do is just try to hype up the rookie, man. He's just being being a good teammate.
I
love you, Dak.
Yeah. We'll see.
He's got nothing to do with this, yet you want to pile on.
Well, of course I do. That's what I do. I love you, Dak.
Dak's a bum.
Where's that donkey sound effect?
Yeah. I tell you what, I predict Caleb Downs is going to be a star in the National Football League. I really do. I think everything about him, the way he plays, the way he prepares, the way he keeps himself, I think he's going to be a huge star.
You think about him, the revamped safety position, the secondary, with what the Cowboys have done in this draft, with what they parlayed the Micah Parsons trade into. When you look at the potential starting lineup today, April 27th, versus the crap that they had last year.
Oh, my gosh.
And granted, it's on paper, they got to go execute. But the good news is you have a pretty good idea of what all these guys can actually do on a football field.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. This guy's good. Dude, he's going to be good. I'm really excited to see him in person and to get to know him and then watch him play at Jerry World. Going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to see the Spurs close out the Portland Trailblazers tomorrow. It's going to happen inside the Frost Bank Center. This series is done. How do you play without a heart?
Wow.
You don't, because Portland got theirs ripped out yesterday by Wemby and company. Let's talk a little Spurs basketball. We'll do that when we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. The rain is finally over, I hope, although it is April and it is spring and you never know what Mother Nature has in store for us. I want to make sure that your roof is okay. Hopefully nothing happened to your roof during the storms about a week ago or whatever it was. But if you see something that this doesn't look right, you need to remember Stevens Roofing and Solar, 210-785-0994. They're the absolute best in the business. And don't you want a company that's been here in San Antonio for a long time? Well, let me tell you something. Stevens Roofing and Solar has since 1983. They're not some fly-by-night company that just pops into town when bad weather pops up. Stevens Roofing is here to stay, and obviously their reputation precedes them. You don't stay in business that long if you're not doing it right. If you do think there's something wrong with your roof, though, give them a call. Again, 210-785-0994. They'll send out a crew to your house. They'll check your roof for free, and they'll let you know if there's any problems up there that need to be addressed. You want the best when you're dealing with your biggest investment, and that is Stevens Roofing and Solar. Give them a call, 210-785-0994, or you can get them online at stevensroofing.net.
Byers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Byers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at byersbarricades.com. That's byersbarricades.com.
Evan Cohen here. PayPal is now the official peer-to-peer payment sponsor of the NFL, which means all the money moments that fandom creates, whether splitting tailgate costs or chipping in on tickets and game day food between friends, are covered. Wherever the game is played or watched, PayPal moves with fans. You can send money through text, email, or directly to your friends with eligible accounts on Venmo. Just download the PayPal app, share all the moments that matter. Account with PayPal is required, not available in all regions where PayPal operates.
Progressive knows you could have easily taken the freeway, but you took the scenic route to see a waterfall and an oddly busy boiled peanut stand. Discovering the unexpected is exactly why you bought an RV, so protect it with a bundle from Progressive. Because although you may be 3 hours behind schedule, you're 6 jars of jam richer and possibly enrolled in a butter churning workshop. Switch to Progressive and protect your RV, boat, or motorcycle by bundling with your home or auto insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like a hospitality manager at a 5-star hotel.
So I just checked into room 318, but someone was in there.
Room 318. Oh, you were supposed to be booked in 813, which is now booked.
So what do we do?
How about rock, paper, scissors for who gets the bed?
This is your job for sponsored jobs. This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
Move over, Chips. There's a new crunchier MVP in the snack aisle. Enter pork rinds. Southern recipe pork rinds are low-carb, gluten-free, and packed with protein to keep you going. And the flavors, big, bold, crunchy. From sweet barbecue to hot honey, every bite brings that flavor-packed crunch you crave. Grab your favorites today at H-E-B or online at porkrinds.com. Southern recipe pork rinds are your snack time, crunch time hero.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've lived in San Antonio for more than 50 years. Went to grade school, high school, and graduated from law school right here. San Antonians have trusted me as their attorney after serious injury and fatality collisions since 1994. My website is alawyerforus.com. Why a lawyer for us? Well, after several years of practice, I watched as insurance companies created their own law firms solely to defend against auto claims. Today, there are very few insurance companies that do not have their own captive law firm filled with attorneys whose job is to minimize what the insurance company has to pay on an auto claim. If you or a family member is injured in a traffic collision, you will need your own attorney. Just remember alawyerforus.com. For many lawyers you see on billboards, your case will be handled by a non-lawyer or a staff lawyer. If you call me, Jason Thompson, I will be the lawyer you speak with. The initial consultation is always free. If you or a family member needs an experienced attorney, an attorney you can trust, I want you to call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 900-0400. That's 210-900-0400 or alawyerforus.com.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Let's be honest. Watching the Rangers is better when you got something on the line. On Rangers game days, call your shot with the morning huddles. Rangers double dinger payday. Play ball! Pick the Ranger you think will send one into the seats. He hits one, you're going to a Rangers game. He hits two. Now you've just been upgraded. Tickets and a hotel stay. That's what we call getting paid. Wake up with the Morning Huddle. Make your pick and win with the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers.
Head over to sasportsstar.com. You can get to YouTube there, our YouTube page from there. And you can vote in the poll that we have. And I've already voted Yeah, I believe Portland's going down tomorrow, so that's how I voted. I'm one of the 67% that say they have no chance in Game 5, but there's 33% of the folks that say they do have a chance. I'm Joe. He's Jason. This is The Blitz.
What do you say? 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. I would like to think that of the 33% that think Portland has a chance are either way, way, way superstitious, or they're saying, this is a team that did build a double-digit lead in games 3 and 4. This is also a Portland team that was down 14 on the road in one game 2. They are scrappy as hell. And so this is a weird series in that way to try to evaluate, because yesterday's game, for example, the team that showed up in the first half, both of them, weren't the same teams that came out of the locker room at halftime.
True.
Portland lost their edge during the break, and the Spurs somehow found one.
Uh-huh. Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, it was such a different Spurs team that showed up. And I think just the momentum that built, because they got hot from the outside to start that third quarter. And making those threes, they cut into that deficit very quick. So, look, Portland is certainly capable. They've got some good players. They've just got to get some better production out of them. Scoot Henderson, who has been on a milk carton for the last 2 games. That's for sure.
Well, he was certainly 0 for yesterday, and De'Aaron Fox might have had his best game as a Spur, which allowed them to come back. But what you're seeing from this team, Fox says, cannot start to become the normal.
Yeah, we've had leads in the season that we've given up. We've had times that we've been down and we've been able to fight back. Of course, you don't want to get into that habit, but we know that when we're down, we figure out why we're down and we try to fix that. If you get blown out, you get blown out. At least right now you live another day. But we were able to come into halftime, talk about it with each other. Obviously, our coaching staff is telling us what they need to tell us, but whenever you're hearing it from guys in the same uniform, you I wouldn't necessarily say you take it the wrong way, but it's a little different when you hear it from guys that are out there on the court with you. And like I said, we were able to come back here, fix it, take it out on the court, and we fought back in. We got back into this game, and once we got the lead, we kept playing the right way, and that's why we were able to blow the lead open.
No doubt about it. If I'm not mistaken, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, and I should have checked this, but the Spurs made history yesterday. I don't think any other team has come from 15 is the number they said. Obviously, the Spurs were down 19 at one point, and then to win by over 15 in a playoff game.
An incredible tale of 2 halves.
Yeah.
You look at the box score and just the second half scoring. Portland scored in the second half what most teams do in a quarter. And again, a big part of that was Wemby's defense. But then everybody starting to make shots. Now, Mitch will tell you, offensively, they didn't make a lot of adjustments at halftime. Stuff just started going in.
Yeah, no, I would say, honestly, Jerry, like the answer to the earlier question, there wasn't a big strategic shift. We executed better. We moved the ball better. We set better screens and rolled more, which put more pressure on the rim. And then that opened up things for others, whether that was the person handling, hitting the roller, or then getting off the basketball when we created a crowd with the roll or that initial penetration. And then I think that's where, we have a lot of dynamic guys, but that is a very good defensive team, specifically when you talk about initial action, whether that's guarding isolation or guarding the bounce or just pick and roll in general, because they have great rim protection and really, really good isolation one-on-one defenders. And so we needed some kick acrosses, we need some kick aheads in transition, and then we flowed better, I think, into trying to get some pressure on the rim with rolling, with spacing, and then when we saw crowds, we passed the ball.
I think Mitch is being humble because he did make some adjustments. The Spurs look different. Wemby more outside. It opened up the lane for him and everybody else, and I just think that I thought Mitch did a great job yesterday with his halftime adjustment. Then obviously, look, when you're hitting shots, that makes a hell of a difference, obviously. I know that's, duh, but it makes a difference. And that's what the Spurs came out immediately in the third quarter, and it was bang, bang, bang. And they cut that deficit in half in about 2 minutes' time. I mean, it was nothing. So that always helps too. But I think the adjustments he made at halftime made a huge difference in this game.
And again, tale of two halves. But one of the things that we did see late yesterday is things got a little chippy. Denny said, Spurs were more physical. And Steph Castle put the ball right in his chest. The unwritten rules of basketball, that's the ultimate sign of disrespect. I mean, that's two middle fingers right to your face, right? That's the total FU move. I wonder what kind of carryover you might get into Game 5 tomorrow night from a physical play standpoint. Remember, they said Portland said after Game 1 they've got to be more physical, and now you get the chippiness, the bad blood that develops when you're playing in a playoff series. And now you got a Portland team on the brink of elimination. They, as Joe would call it, a must-win game by definition.
It is. It is the true definition of a must-win game. Oh, we've got one of those tonight with the Denver Nuggets. They're in a situation where they've got to win. It's a must-win game.
And again, a game that, quite frankly, I am surprised that there aren't a ton of suspensions because of another unwritten rule of basketball where the Joker ran down the floor, put his hands on a dude, and a whole bunch of people left the bench. How did nobody get suspended out of that for the Denver Nuggets?
Well, they got fined.
That's not suspended.
I'm just saying they got fined. But because nobody wants to see a G League game in the playoffs.
True, but again, Spurs have a championship that may not exist if it weren't for Amari Stoudemire putting a foot on the floor and technically stepping on the floor. He got suspended a game. Spurs ended up winning that series. So I fully expected a whole lot of Nuggets not to be around.
A whole lot of Nuggets, huh?
Denver Nuggets, that is.
We ate them all. I don't know. I mean, look, Joker, he was pissed off. He's frustrated, man. Rudy Gobert has done a really good job on Joker in this series, and defensively. I'm afraid now because Ant's out and DiVincenzo is out. I don't know where Minnesota's going to get scoring from, and it would not surprise me one bit if Denver comes back and wins this series in a 7-game series.
Well, because of the injuries.
Yes.
It's and again, do you want rest? Is there such thing as too much rest?
I think there is in the playoffs, but
so do the Spurs throw the game tomorrow?
No.
All right. You can't have it both ways, Ryan Eagle.
Well, I mean, because you never know that Denver-Minnesota series could be over tonight. I don't think it's going to be, but it could be.
All right, if it is, then yeah, Spurs need to take care of business and on to round 2 against Minnesota right away. Which, if you're a Spurs fan, you have to be then planning ahead to the Western Conference Finals because there's no way that shorthanded Minnesota team would knock off the big bad Spurs, is there?
I wouldn't think so. But I mentioned Rudy Gobert, and he showed his displeasure that he wasn't one of the 3 nominees for Defensive Player of the Year. And he's come out and he's played great defense on Joker in this series. I just don't know, and that could continue, but I just don't know where Minnesota is going to get their scoring consistently now with Ant and DiVincenzo out of the game. I mean, that takes a big punch offensively off of your team, obviously.
Yeah.
So it's going to be tough. Denver's an 11.5-point favorite, as is Oklahoma City tonight, according to ESPN. Detroit needs a win tonight. Certainly not a must-win, but they need a win tonight. They're a 3.5-point favorite at Orlando. So some good basketball tonight as well. I like it.
You like it?
I do. I like it a lot. But some of these series are going to be over pretty quickly. And, again, I think Oklahoma City's done tonight. I do think Denver will win tonight, and I think Detroit wins. I think that Detroit-Orlando series has the potential to go 7.
It's looking like it could go. It could go 7. Lots of NBA playoffs, obviously, and lots of NFL draft news. One of the draft stories was Mike Vrabel's absence on on Saturday. And Page 6, which has been all over Vrabel, just posted some photos.
Diana Rossini work for them?
No, not yet. Mike Vrabel was in Salt Lake City, and you can see him. There's photos of him.
Mm-hmm.
Still wearing his wedding ring.
Okay.
Browsing a store called Hip and Humble, and apparently trying to buy his wife some apology presents.
Okay.
No, one of the comments is he got in trouble because he bought it in Diana's size, but I don't know if that's true.
That's funny. Well, I mean, he's trying to, make things right, I suppose.
Well, he was back in the building today in New England.
Well, he's got to get back to work.
Well,
you got draft picks coming in there, and you got to get back to work. Look, he's still got a job, which is, I don't know. You kind of figured that would happen, but he's got to get back to work. I don't know what happened on Saturday and Sunday where he took his wife, what they did, what they talked about. But
can you fix your problems in a weekend?
I don't know. You can't. But I don't know. Call me crazy. But I mean, if you're having an affair with somebody for 6 years, I mean, I might think they might be in love, or is it just a casual friends with benefits?
I mean, now there are some lines that came out today because you can gamble on this kind of stuff.
Oh my gosh!
Right?
Unbelievable.
Who will announce their divorce first? Vrabel and his wife plus 250, Rossini and her husband minus 400.
Well, Rossini is who I would bet on, because they're kind of already, I think, not in good shape to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd bet on Rossini.
But what about Mike Jr.?
Well, exactly.
We don't know if it's Junior or if that's just baby Michael.
Well, it could be baby Michael, but what a coincidence.
Will Rossini do an interview before the end of the year? Yes is minus 400.
Yes.
Who will get it? Lebitard is the favorite. Stu Gatz, Pardon My Take, Mina Kimes, Bill Simmons, Katie Nolan, that Today Show or Good Morning America.
I heard that Barstool might be interested in hiring her.
There were some rumors, but the dude from Barstool said no.
Okay, all right.
They'll interview her, but they don't know if she'll work there.
Oh, that's going to be a huge interview for somebody.
Well, but obviously, Barstool is so tied in with the New England Patriots, probably not the best place for her to work if Mike Vrabel stays married. If Vrabel doesn't stay married and then ends up with Rossini, then obviously Barstool would want to hire her, so she would definitely have the inside information.
Well, if she marries Vrabel, I would imagine her journalism career is over. Or you certainly couldn't report on anything New England Patriots.
I mean, it's possible. You could also bet who will speak publicly first, Mike Vrabel's wife or Rossini's husband.
Wow. I would, if somebody told me I had to bet on that, I'd say Rossini's husband.
Mm-hmm. Will Vrabel and Rossini be seen in public together before the end of 2026?
No. I don't think so.
Will Rossini start a podcast or Substack before the end of 2026?
We're sitting here speculating, but I mean, I don't know if Vrabel's marriage survives. I don't think Rossini's is going to survive. If they both get divorced, they could end up together.
They could. Will Rossini or Vrabel request a paternity test?
Now,
who's betting on these? I know they set lines, but is anybody actually going to put money on this stuff?
I think if I'm Rossini's husband, I'm requesting one.
Yes. Who will be next caught in an extramarital affair, Vrabel or Robert Kraft?
I would say Vrabel. I'm not sure if
Vrabel's not. You don't think he's going to step out anytime soon?
Well, I don't think he will, but I'm just saying. I mean, Robert Kraft is kind of up there, and I don't even know. I mean, how long do drugs work?
What does that mean?
Well, I'm just saying, at some point in time, it's just not going to work. I mean, I don't know.
We've seen a lot of dudes in their 80s fathering kids.
Well, Al Pacino's one,
yes.
Right? That dude is.
I mean,
it's hard. Yeah, it's definitely hard.
Well, for a minute.
That's all it takes.
That's all it takes. Be quick.
Joe's slogan.
Well,
we just don't know if it will work.
We don't know. I don't know, man. It is kind of sad that you can bet on, the destruction of people's lives here. But, that's the world we live in these days.
But you're a degenerate gambler. Which one of those are you going to put your money on?
I'd put it on Vrabel other than Kraft stepping out, depending on what happens. Because I don't think Robert Kraft he doesn't have the energy for that. He just likes to lay on a table and get happy endings. If you have to work for it, that's another thing. You just lay there.
Come rub it.
Yes. So I don't know. I'm gambling.
Yeah, but can he say that about his sex life too?
Well, I don't know.
He could be lazy and just lay there.
Well, I guess he could. I suppose. The little rub and tug, those is probably a lot easier to work with. I wonder if I'm surprised Kraft didn't buy that massage parlor. Just buy it. Then you can go there anytime you want to.
He's rich. He can go anytime he wants to anyway.
But then it's on the house.
You've already, never mind.
Or in the chair or on the table. I don't know. Poor guy just wanted a little entertainment. I wasn't mad at him then. Everybody made a big deal out of it. It's like, okay, give the guy a break. I don't know. What is Kraft? Is he as old as Jerry?
I could Google that real quick.
I would assume
I
would assume they're pretty close.
They're old.
Yeah, well.
And rich.
Yeah. Yes, they are, both of them.
Which is better than being old and poor.
See, the difference, and I don't know if Robert Kraft's what his wife is like or
Well, she passed.
Well, there you go. Then she's no threat.
Yeah, but I think
Jerry get his ass kicked by his wife.
But I think he's got a new lady in his life.
Oh, he does?
Yes.
Yeah, she's like 21 or something.
Is she Asian?
She's not. It's not Bill Belichick.
Did you see Belichick was at a cheerleading competition watching his
Did you see all the North Carolina players get drafted this weekend? Not one.
Did you see the hat he was wearing?
I know.
I did not. I missed all this.
Oh, my gosh. Well, his girlfriend is a cheerleader.
Yes, you didn't know that?
Well, no, I knew that.
Okay.
But he's there and he's all decked out and
he's supportive.
Well, yeah, it's like you going to watch my daughter when I had to go to those cheerleading competitions. Although I never wore a goofy ass hat like that.
Does this say CB?
CB.
So he's a blocker? What?
I don't know what they are, but it's adults doing this. It's these are not college kids.
No, it's adult cheerleader.
Yeah, I didn't know there was such a thing.
There's a hobby for anybody that has money.
I guess.
You don't want to be an adult cheerleader?
No, didn't want to be a cheerleader, period.
Kraft's 84, Jones is 83.
Okay. All right.
Now, let's be honest. Pledge still has this picture up on our scrring.
Yeah.
I wish we had the technology to put this on our YouTube feed.
One day we might grow up and have that.
We might buy real stuff eventually. Yeah. How old is Belichick? 70-something, right?
He's in his 70s, yeah.
If you were pulling that, you would wear whatever she told you to wear. He's 74.
Well, I guess.
Yeah. What do you mean you guess?
She's kind of like, she'd be a pain in the ass. Don't you think?
She's an adult cheerleader. Yes.
Yes.
But Kraft's doing way better. His girlfriend's 52.
52, and
52.
He's 84.
Is she Asian? I'm just asking.
She's blonde.
Okay. Maybe he married the woman at the massage parlor.
No,
I don't know.
That's the hired help.
Oh, that's our TMZ update for the day.
What? I can't wait till you have to wear a hat like that.
I'm not wearing a hat like that. Maggie's not going to be in a cheerleading situation that I know of.
But if Maggie told you to wear that, you would. You would.
I don't think Maggie would tell me to wear that.
No, she wouldn't.
Frankly.
But if she did, you would.
Well, sure. Why not? I would.
You would.
Yeah. That's a goofy ass hat. I'm going to tell you that right now. Oh my goodness.
How about them Spurs?
How about them? Let's talk Spurs. Bail us out there, Wemby, will you? He will when we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
If you need your logo on any kind of gear, you need promotional items, go see Sam over at Sammy's Embroidery and Printing down on San Pedro. You need your logo on any kind of shirt, a golf shirt, fishing shirt, dress shirt. Sam has all the big-name brands, including Tommy Bahama, North Face, Eddie Bauer, Nike, Travis Mathew, Port Authority. He has over 25,000 caps and more than 75 color combinations on display in his showroom. And, of course, all the popular cap brands in stock waiting for your logo, like the Richardson 112-style trucker caps, Katie caps, Nike, Cap America. If you need T-shirts, screen-printed, Sam will get you taken care of. And if you need uniforms, Sam has over 700 uniform lines to choose from, all kinds of industries. And if you're owning a business, you own a business, Sam does a lot more than just uniforms. His sign shop does signs, banners, flags, card magnets, vehicle wraps, window decals, and so much more. Sammy's Embroidery and Printing. Nobody has better prices. He's the only company in Texas with one-day turnaround. No order too big, no order too small. Call 210-824-3900 or get into that massive showroom down on San Pedro, a mile inside Loop 410 across from the McDonald's, or check the website, samsembroidery.com for Sammy's Embroidery Club.
Riding I-35 with the Blitz.
Listen up. If you want to keep winning in life like our San Antonio Spurs do on the court, head over to Game Day Men's Health. Cibolo Shirts or Alamo Ranch, the roster stacked with all-stars just like our Spurs. Experts trained in hormonal health, erectile dysfunction, weight loss, advanced peptide therapies. Why go to the G League when you can take your talents straight to the top, baby? Whether you're tired all the time, you've got low energy, maybe you've got some weight gain or the brain fog, maybe you need a little help in the bedroom. I'm not here to judge. They've got you covered. Their Hall of Fame team and services like testosterone replacement and peptide therapies will get you back in the game. Located in Alamo Ranch or choose the Cibolo Shirts location on I-35 and 3009 across the highway from HEB. Call 830-376-9100 or visit GameDayMen'sHealth.com and book your appointment today. Win back your health, win back your life. It's game day. Let's go. That's 830-376-9100.
Dave Ramsey here. The only water softener I recommend is a quality water softener from Connecticut. It really is the last water softener you'll ever own.
ConnecticutSA.com.
And tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. Money is on the line. Always say hello with Quo. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. San Antonio's Sports Center.
Well, the Dallas Cowboys have themselves a brand new wide receiver. He's a veteran. It's Valdez Scantling. Signed him today to a 1-year deal. And we also find out today that George Pickens, their current wide receiver, is not signed his franchise tag. A lot of basketball tonight. Orlando has a 2-1 lead over the top-seeded Pistons. Game 4 set for 7 o'clock. OKC hopes to finish off Phoenix. And then we've got Denver and Minnesota.
Joe Reinagle.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Oh, we're rolling through on a Monday. And I know you're happy if you get off work at 5 o'clock. Your day is done. Monday is just about done. So congratulations. Thanks for spending some time with us here on the Blitz 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagle. He is Jason Minix.
The San Antonio Spurs have just sent out their injury report for tomorrow night.
Yes.
It says nothing to report.
Wow.
Nobody.
How about that?
Is on the injury report for tomorrow.
That's pretty good news because there were a couple of scary things yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
One with Steph Castle,
Mm-hmm.
one with Dylan Harper, but both of those guys came back in. You know, Castle's was funny because he got his finger stuck in a jersey, and you know you weren't sure he came out shaking that thing, but they did X-ray it, and obviously nothing broken, and he's doing just fine. So that is really good news.
Nothing to report here.
Wow.
Nothing to see here. Move along.
You know, you don't see that very often.
No.
Especially this time of year. My goodness. Well, that is fantastic news, and which leads us right into our poll. If you go to sasportsstar.com, you can get to YouTube there, and you can vote in our poll. It's a very simple question today. Does anyone obviously believe Portland has a chance in Game 5? No, 66%. Yes, 34%. I voted no.
Yeah, maybe it's the wording, obviously. Do you think – do the Spurs close it out tomorrow?
Yes.
That's the question. And interesting because for those that think, don't get too far over your skis, don't count that as a win, keep in mind they blew a 14-point lead in Game 2 with 8 minutes to go. They were down double digits on Friday night in Game 3. They were down double digits yesterday in Game 4. Portland is good. They're scrappy good. Now, the meltdowns that they've had in Games 3 and 4 are epic, historic collapses, and you saw them in back-to-back games. And so it's hard to evaluate. You know, the Spurs get those 2 road wins over the weekend because of their play or Portland just completely pooping the bed. And, you know, the answer is yes to both. It was a combination of both. But the Spurs have to be a little concerned, and Spurs fans should be a little concerned about them digging themselves into those kind of holes before they wake up and start playing Spurs basketball.
Yeah, look, you don't want to take that chance, certainly. I know they're confident that they can come back from any deficit, but you're just playing with fire. if you do that, especially yesterday. Just as bad as they played in the first half of that game, I have to believe they're going to come out tomorrow night with a lot more energy, with a lot more determination, and not to let that happen. Because, I mean, the odds are you're not going to be able to come back from everything. And certainly they need to get out of their system before they face whoever it is in the next round.
Well, and that's it. And then maybe that's Minnesota if they get a win tonight, and they're going to be shorthanded. My concern level, because of if you dig a hole like that against Oklahoma City, you're not coming back.
You're done.
If you dig a hole like that against either Minnesota or Denver, you're probably not going to come back. Maybe in one game, but you're not going to do it in back-to-back games. Although, did you hear Kendrick Perkins today on First Take? This dude is sold on San Antonio after what he saw over the weekend.
San Antonio had the biggest statement over the weekend, and they silenced a lot of doubters, in my opinion, and showed why they are really on the verge of winning the NBA championship. Because the only knock on the San Antonio Spurs all season long has been their lack of experience. And here they are, since Friday, going to a hostile environment in Portland on the road with a bunch of young guys. In Game 3, they go in there without their guy, their generational talent, Stephon Castle 33, Dylan Harper 27. Okay, fast forward to yesterday's game. They down 19. They never seen phased or anything. All of a sudden, they make a run, and we see De'Aaron Fox show up, Wemby show up in the fourth quarter. And what it showed me is that these guys are young, but they have old souls. And for them to pass that test on the road in the postseason, going into that hostile environment, dealing with some adversity, and still coming out 2-0, heading back to San Antonio, you damn right it erased all concerns concerning the San Antonio Spurs when it comes down to them being legit and possibly winning the NBA championship this year.
Well, okay. I don't know that we needed to see that this weekend to say they're legit and they got a chance to win a championship, but okay.
I hear what he's saying. He did say legit. I thought he said something else the first time I heard that. Maybe the second time. Now, Perkins picked San Antonio to win it all a couple of weeks ago. So it's not like he's wavering at all. I mean, he's doubling down with what he saw validates what he was thinking. But the idea that they didn't have any playoff experience coming in, it's not like Portland is a team that has a ton of playoff experience either. But you're seeing that San Antonio isn't lost in the moment, the way they dominated Game 1. Game 2 is still kind of unexplainable, other than it was just a dud. As poorly as they started that game, and that was before Wemby got hurt. But they still led that game after one. They still had a 14-point lead with 8 minutes to play, and they blew that, which is why this series isn't over at this point. But if you're Mitch Johnson, how do you keep your team from digging these big old holes? You see it once or twice, but, I mean, to let Portland go on the run in Game 2 and to go on runs in 3 and 4 to build the big leads, you've got to get the tourniquet out sooner rather than later. At what point can they do to stop the bleeding before it's 12 or 14 or 16 points?
Well, I think you'll see that tomorrow. I really do. And I expect the Spurs to come out with a lot of energy, a lot of enthusiasm tomorrow, and to not let that happen. Look, Portland's going to be desperate, and again, the toughest game to win is a closeout game. So that's what the Spurs have tomorrow night. It's going to be tough. Portland's going to give them everything they've got, at least for a little while. Will that be enough? And I'm just not sure that it will be. If Wemby wasn't playing for whatever reason, then I'd give Portland a puncher's chance. But he is just making it so difficult for all of them to get to the rim. And his defense has just been spectacular. And you got Steph Castle playing an awesome brand of defense. And it's just they're playing well right now. And I just don't think Portland has what they need to have to get it done, especially with Victor Wembanyama on the floor.
Well, what he's going to have to do, what Mitch is going to have to do, is get Wemby to play a solid 4 quarters, and the coach kind of called out his superstar after yesterday's game.
I didn't, to be honest. I've learned to trust that young man, and I'm rolling with him. And I think the challenge now is for him to continue to play the way he did in the second half for the whole game. And when he does that, we'll be tough. But if he doesn't do that, there's a ripple effect for our team, and that's the responsibility that comes with being the face of the franchise and the best player.
You know, it's interesting, and I take that as a challenge, called him out, however you want to put it, it's fine. And I think Wemby will take that to heart. But I don't know what Wemby was thinking yesterday, and we may never know early in that game. Obviously, the second half, he comes out, he's a different man. There's no doubt about it. But in the first half of that game, and I put it on Twitter yesterday, it's like this is very un-Wemby-like at the moment. And it was. He just did not play well. He didn't look like he was moving well and just not into it, I guess, for lack of a better word.
And fair for all of us to question whether or not he should have been out there. And the way he played in the first half, if you were wondering that, you're, one, not alone, and two, you had every right to think that. Whatever they did in the second half was completely different. He played, I don't know, after hearing his post-game comments about his upsetness with the protocol process, maybe he was just angry at the league and wasn't playing as focused basketball as you would expect, and somehow was able to get his stuff together at halftime. Because, it's not like he was uninterested, but he didn't look like himself in certain instances, and just maybe angry. And then once he kind of calmed down and got into his zone, it was over at that point. My goodness.
What I loved about Wemby yesterday was at the end of the game, it was over, and there wasn't much time left, maybe a minute or so, and he gets knocked down, or I can't remember the exact play, but he's just there smiling, and he's got his, just like he was fired up, and he was ready to go. It's almost like they were trying to knock him down, be physical with him, and it's like, you're not bothering me at this point in time. And so he'll be ready, and I truly expect the Spurs to come out tomorrow night and start fast. I really do. And the Blazers are going to have to match that and weather the storm, because I think it will be a storm, at least early on in that ballgame.
And it's interesting because I would think it would be, to a degree, Portland coming out fast and the Spurs having to weather the storm, knowing that the Blazers have their backs against the wall in a, by definition, must-win game to keep their season alive.
It is a must-win game. I think I would think that, Jason, if we didn't see what we saw yesterday. If the Spurs, would have blown them out, or it'd been a nip-and-tuck game for the entire thing, I think I would probably say the same thing. But I think the Spurs don't want to get in that situation again. I don't care how exciting it is to see them come back from a 17-point halftime deficit. You don't want to be in that situation again, because eventually you're going to lose if that happens, and you can't expect to come back from that kind of deficit each and every game.
Well, and again, it's a bad habit they're getting into that they need to break that.
Yeah, they do.
As Jerry would say,
stop it.
Yeah,
don't do that.
You know what the Spurs need to do tomorrow?
What, James Pledger?
Unplug it, maybe.
That's it. Unplug Portland. They're done. It's all over.
Pledge loves to put his finger on that button.
But glad you said button.
Makes Joe happy.
It does. It's one of my favorite drops.
Unplug it, maybe.
You just got to quit that.
I predict the series will be over by the end of the day tomorrow.
Now, I tell you, with Caleb Downs now a Dallas Cowboy, and the way they have adjusted the safety position, Pledge, you're going to have to use this one a lot for the next couple of weeks.
Boy, that hooker just lifts me every day.
Because I don't know what Malik's hooker's future is like with the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
I'm going to miss that one.
We'll keep it anyway.
Are you?
It doesn't have to be Malik Hooker.
Really?
Just be the regular hooker.
It's hard. Yeah, it's definitely hard.
The regular hooker?
The regular hooker.
What's the regular hooker?
Candy Lee.
Now, I wonder if the wives bringing the strippers, are they like the low-life strippers, or are they the actual high-quality strippers?
What?
Well, I mean, there's a difference. At least my experience back in the day. There's a difference.
With low-life strippers or high-quality strippers? Which do you prefer?
Well, that's obvious.
It's not. Because there's times you can be really cheap.
The one-legged ones.
I don't think it matters. Does it?
I mean, does it?
It didn't back in the day. It's been a long time since I've been in a strip club. But back in the day, yeah, I think.
It'd have one arm or two, an eye patch.
That was a quality stripper. That woman was
midget,
great.
All right, little people.
I've never seen one of those, honestly.
We used to have one that was way back in the day. She was a part of the show. Oh, Midget Marie. That's
really?
what she went by.
Midget Marie.
Well, it was interesting because.
Wait a minute. She was a part of this show?
Yeah. Well, back when it was just the Chris and Jason show, when we just started in the 7 o'clock hour, was sponsored by the Megaplex.
When the ducks quack, fever.
Wow, you must have got a bunch of toys out of that.
Not me, but somebody on the show did. She lives up in Dallas now.
Oh, okay.
No, our boss at the time, I guess I could say his name, Tom Gebhardt, walks into the studio. He was reading the Current, and there was an ad in the Current for San Antonio's only midget stripper, and her name was Midget Marie. Now, why Tom was reading that part of the Current, I don't know, but we called her on the air, and she came in studio and stood on the table next to the microphone, and
she stood on the table next to the microphone.
Well, yeah, because remember in the old studio?
Oh, yeah.
She couldn't sit in the chair and reach.
Man, I'm sorry I missed all of this.
Hey, you're really not.
I am. Sorry I missed that.
There was a time there was a adult star named Michelle Manhart. She chipped her tooth on my microphone.
On your what?
On the microphone.
Oh, uh-huh.
Yep.
Wow, you guys got nuts in here, huh?
You tried.
See, back when I was here the first time around, back in the early 90s.
Yeah.
Mid-90s, I guess.
With the couch you didn't want to sit on?
It was a wild place.
Are you talking about the couch in Jerry's old production room?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, no.
It was a wild place here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I see it continued.
Radio used to be fun.
Well, it still is fun.
Not that kind of fun. Yeah, now there's HR departments.
That's very, very true. We're going to have some more fun when we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Hey, let me tell you about the fun I have with my Connecticut quality water softener. Talk about fun. It is outstanding. No,
you don't plug it in.
Truly, you don't plug it in. So you don't have to unplug it, baby. It has, you get soft water 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It is an incredible product. Look, if you're thinking about a water softener, why would you not just want to go with the absolute best? Connecticut is the best in the business. They have been for over 50 years. It's just that simple. Everything else just pales in comparison. And what I love is the promotion that they've got going on right now because, look, I don't know about y'all, but I hate lugging in bottled water from the grocery store. I despise it. And you got plastic bottles all over the place. When you get a free reverse osmosis drinking station, that ends. That bottle goes away. All that garbage and lugging bottles everywhere, you don't need it because you got it right there at your kitchen sink. And they'll give you one for free. Install it right there at your kitchen sink forever. It is a fantastic product. They're also doing 0% interest for 12 months. So free money. Connecticut, the absolute best. Give them a call. Don't put it off any longer. 656-PURE. 656-7873, or you can get them online at ConnecticutSA.com. And you know the jingle, sing it with me. It's the last water softener you'll ever own. Call 656-PURE, Connecticut.
Got a buddy who thinks he knows baseball? Perfect. On Rangers game days, prove it with the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. Pick the Ranger you think will launch it out of here. He hits one, you and a friend are headed to a Rangers game. He hits two. Now, you've got tickets and hotel. Yeah, you're making a night of it, and your buddy's buying the first round. Wake up with the Morning Huddle. Call your shot and win the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers.
Spring into savings this truck month at North Park Chevrolet in Castroville, your 6-time Chevrolet Dealer of the Year. Lease a 2026 Silverado 1500 Crew LT for $589 a month, 0 down. Or drive a 2026 Silverado 1500 Crew Custom for $36,999. New heavy duties have 3.9% financing, no payments for 90 days. Together, let's drive North Park Chevrolet, 10 minutes by Loop 410 in Castroville. Must qualify. Call 830-355-2107 for full price and offer details.
Hello, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney here in San Antonio and have been practicing law here since 1994. And in the past 30-plus years, I've helped hundreds of San Antonians injured by negligent drivers. If you've been injured in a car-truck collision, call me, 210-900-0400. I did want to let you know of a very disturbing trend I've seen that you really need to be aware of. If an attorney or someone acting on that attorney's behalf calls you after a traffic collision, with very limited exceptions, that is called barratry or solicitation. It's a crime and is unethical under our state bar rules. Do not answer these phone calls. Do not hire an unethical attorney. Neither I nor anyone in my firm will ever call you after a traffic collision. If you need my help, and if you've been injured in a traffic collision, I think you do, you'll need to call me. My name is Jason Thompson. My number is 210-900-0400, or go to my website, alawyerforus.com.
A small business affirmation from Progressive. Food truck owners, today business will be booming. People will love your new menu and not make special orders. You will not roll your eyes when someone calls it a quesadilla. You will also switch to Progressive to get 30 customizable coverage options and restore your inner peace. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Coverage is not available in all states or for all vehicles and coverage selections.
Support comes from Amazon Business. You can't rely on guesswork to run your business. With Smart Business Buying, innovative AI tools optimize your purchasing experience, paired with delivery options built for business. Empower your team today. Learn more at amazonbusiness.com.
Giving your liver a spring cleaning is easy with Active Liver from New Nordic, the delicious daily detox that will keep you feeling your best. Search for Active Liver by New Nordic on Amazon or pick up some at your local CVS, Wegmans, or GNC.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. No, we're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless probably has you paying for more data than you might need. You could be throwing away thousands over a lifetime.
Our entry-level data plans start at just $20 a month. And for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
Furnished by IntelliBrands.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness, itchiness, or coldness? Then you need the new patented Legsercise Pro, the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural, drug-free way.
Using Legsercise made walking painless again.
Legsercise Pro's patented walking simulator propulsion technology moves your feet back and forth along its concave track, creating constant movement and flex at both the knee and ankle joints. It's like having a physical therapist right in your own home.
I have much less swelling and no more tingling.
Call right now and order your very own Legsercise Pro, the new proven automatic leg mover that soothes pain and naturally promotes healthy circulation. Call 800-555-1212. That's 800-555-1212. 800-555-1212 now.
These statements and products have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or condition.
You know, I don't know about you, Jason, but I'm looking at this Mike Vrabel thing on the New York Post. He bought his wife a sweatshirt. I don't think that's going to make it. I don't think that's going to do it. What was it? Kobe bought that, I don't know, $5 gazillion ring for his wife. I'm not sure a blue sweatshirt's going to make it. And that's what he's picking up there, or that's what he's looking at.
Maybe that's what she wanted.
A blue sweatshirt? You're Mike Vrabel. You just got to you're making a lot of money. Dude, you better go for some rocks.
It's the gift that counts.
Yeah, well, whatever.
I mean,
we'll see.
Depending on how that. What'd you say, Pledge? Oh, depending on how the weekend session went, sweatshirt, because I spent a lot of money on the ring. I know the end result here.
Well, maybe. But I would say, here, honey, I apologize. Here's a sweatshirt. That just doesn't really do it, does it? I mean, I'm just saying.
It's a sweatshirt for leaving her out in the cold.
Well, I just don't think that would.
It's the thought that counts, is it not?
And we're not. I don't know. What? Not a sweatshirt. No.
I mean, he's at the airport.
He's at the airport
gift shop.
What is it? Utah Jazz?
No.
Mammoths?
See, the mammoth. So they went to Utah, or he's in Utah. We thought they were together as a family, going through counseling.
Maybe he's going there and looking for a house because he could have his wife and Rossini.
Wow. You know, they'd have to agree to that.
Well, I guess.
I don't know that you could just level up into that. I think I don't know enough about it, but kind of feels like that's something that you just kind of grow up in, and that's the norm. You don't just decide, you know what, I really want 2 wives. Where can I do that?
Dude, I don't. No.
And then get them to agree to it.
Yeah, no. That's that I couldn't have. No.
You wouldn't want a second wife?
No.
He's already had one.
No, at the same time. There's a big difference.
Rossini, his wife, and Vrabel could make for some interesting Saturday nights, or Monday nights, or Tuesdays.
What about Hump Day?
Or Hump Day. Okay, good. If you see how Vrabel coming in with
Hump Day,
looking tired.
He's just putting the work in at home.
Yeah, apparently so. He's trying to stay in shape. The other piece of good news, not that that's good news, I hope that sweater works, Mike. I really do.
Take it from old Uncle Joe.
Jeez.
You're going to have to level up.
Yeah,
you got to do more than a...
Yeah, you need to...
I mean, that's literally, he's at the airport gift shop.
I don't care.
It's like buying a magnet, saying, I thought about you while I was out of town.
Yeah, okay. I haven't been to Salt Lake City in a long time, so I don't know what their airport looks. A lot of airports now, they have jewelry stores and, you know.
You don't buy jewelry at the airport.
Why not?
You can Amazon it.
Amazon?
What?
You don't buy jewelry at Amazon?
But you would at the airport?
Well, I would because they're usually like brand name jewelry stores.
With a incredible markup. I mean, how bad did your weekend go where you're buying jewelry at the airport? Uh-oh, I forgot. Or uh-oh.
Well, I guarantee you she'd be a lot happier if he showed up with a rock than a blue sweatshirt.
I don't think at this point anything he does is going to make her happy. Or at least she's not going to let him know.
Well,
did you see the clip of Michael Irvin on his podcast?
No.
Mike Vrabel's drive home that day when all this was breaking had to be the scariest drive. You got to find the clip from Michael and just go watch it because he was like, I know what it was like for me after the hotel thing in Phoenix. And I did nothing wrong, but I knew when I got home what I was going to have to try to explain. Nobody. So jewelry at this point or a sweatshirt. Nothing is going to make Mrs. Vrabel happy at this point.
We're going to be selectively aggressive.
Again, even if she doesn't care for whatever reason, which I doubt, but she's not going to let him know that, oh, look, you got a ring. Everything's good now. No.
Well, it worked for Kobe.
We don't know instantly or how long.
Well, this is true.
And Kobe's situation was far, far different. On a lot of different levels.
Well, I think so. It wasn't a 6-year.
No, there was a criminal case. There was all kinds of stuff with
that. True.
Right? That was completely. I mean, it's one thing to say, yeah, I was out on the road. We were drinking. This happened. It was one time. Won't ever happen again.
Yeah.
And if he would have said that, when the photos from Arizona showed up, maybe Mrs. Vrabel was like, well, Mikey. But then you find out it's been going on for 6 years. That's
at least.
That's a whole nother life this guy is leaving.
And he could possibly have a child.
Possibly.
Possibly.
I mean, little Michael Rossini, or whatever his last name is.
Little Mikey. Well, we'll see. I mean, you know what? When that kid grows up and he looks like Mike Vrabel, you're going to know. That poor.
You're going to know? I think we already do.
Diana's going to go for plastic surgery early.
What? What does that mean?
So he doesn't look like Vrabel.
Oh, the kid's going to get plastic surgery.
Although, look, if Diana gets a divorce, she's going to need some cash. It might be to her benefit that it's Vrabel's kid.
You know, it's not like she's poor. And she married a rich dude.
Well, this is all true, but hell, she's not going to get any of that.
You don't know that.
You got a pretty good idea.
I don't think so. I don't know. We're making fun of.
I mean, if she gets custody, she's still going to get child support.
Well, that's Daddy. Hey, Mike.
At that point, I think we could see a DNA test coming.
Well, I think we're going to see that
All
anyway.
Of a sudden, you know, that little Michael is a hell of a defensive player and always picks a certain number. I don't know.
Yeah, unfortunately for the Vrabels, this is not over, or the Rossini and Shake Shack guy. It ain't over. One other piece of good news to put a smile on your face.
Uh-huh.
Live Golf Louisiana event likely to be postponed by the state of Louisiana until Live can restructure financially and find additional sources of funding. Just go away. R-I-P.
Wow.
L-I-V.
Joke and spell.
How about that? I'm looking at it right here, so it's a good thing. Hey, let's make somebody's day. You want to?
Absolutely.
We give away a $50 gift card to Mellow Mushroom on this Mellow Monday. Every Monday we do that, and we're going to do it right now. So what do you think? Caller number what?
What did the Spurs end up winning by yesterday?
21.
21.
I
Caller
think it was
21.
Should I have said 20?
Well, we all know what the
15?
score was. Pledge couldn't lie about it.
He couldn't lie about it. So caller number 21, 656-3776, 656-ESPN. Good luck to you. You could walk away with a $50 gift card to Mellow Mushroom. That is a great prize. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, the other night I was at the Rue Pub watching Game 3, that incredible comeback, and there is no better place to go watch the playoff games right now than the Rue Pub because, man, people were in there. There was a dude with his drums and his alien costume, and it was just packed. It was so much fun being in that kind of environment, watching meaningful basketball, and you get that at the Rue Pub there at 281 in Redland Road with those 3 massive 170-inch screens, TVs all around. And when you go into the Rue, go hungry. The food is incredible. Now, we were going after a Fiesta event. I just wanted a snack. Got the onion rings. They are fantastic. They have the biggest and best wings in town. I love their fried shrimp. They got about 15 different burgers on the menu. Their chicken sandwich, the hot dogs, the appetizers, even the salads. And that kitchen is open late every day with the full menu available. So when you need a late-night meal, don't go to a drive-thru. Get into the Rue Pub there at 281 and Redland Road. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch playoff basketball. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Rue Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Rue.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Coming up on the Morning Huddle, Nuggets Timberwolves Game 5. Do we know who's playing the Spurs?
Gentlemen sweeps on the order. We got Spurs action and more word from the NFL's draft. Hey, this is going to be a good week. Get here early. Party starts at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Mornings 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey everybody, Joe Reinigle here for Window Nation. You know, spring is a great time to open your windows, and wait, your windows won't open? They leak? They're cracked? They need repainting again? You know, getting top quality custom fit windows from Window Nation is easy and affordable. During the More You Buy, the More You Save sale, you could save up to 50% off. Plus, you could get them with 0% interest for 5 years. During uncertain times, one of the best investments you can make is in your home. So visit windownation.com now to book a consultation.
If you've been injured in an accident, you know there's no shortage of attorneys who want your business. But when it comes to results, the numbers speak for themselves. Thomas J. Henry secured over $1 billion for clients in the past 4 years. We've successfully represented thousands of injured Texans, earning over 12,000 five-star reviews on Google. So who is the right attorney for you? Just look at the numbers. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. San Antonio, Texas.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
What makes you so different than the rest of us?
We ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Tell me more.
Our investment counselors focus on service over sales, prioritizing clients' needs.
How do you make money?
We don't sell any commission-based products. We have a simple management fee based on the value of our client's portfolio. So we do better when our clients do better.
What about client portfolios?
We get to know each client, their finances, family, health, lifestyle, and more, and then we tailor a portfolio based on their specific goals and needs.
Your clients really come first then, huh?
Yes, we make them a top priority. Our goal is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement.
Wow, maybe we are different.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the OrthoNow Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. OrthoNow provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, OrthoNow has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at TSAOG.com.
Smalls here. What if you could enjoy the flavor of a cocktail without the alcohol? Meet RK Zero Proof, a pioneer in the alcohol-free spirits category that delivers bold taste and a warming sensation, but with zero alcohol, zero sugar, zero carbs, and zero calories. So you can celebrate with friends, unwind after a long day, and wake up tomorrow feeling great. It's all the ritual of a drink without the regret. Discover RK at rkbeverages.com. That's ARKAY beverages.com. RK, the spirit without the alcohol.
She was the sister who went unnoticed.
A daffodil might look plain next to a lily, but on its own there is much to be admired.
Now, her greatest chapter is yet to come.
The most important thing is to be yourself.
From the world of Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice comes a new BritBox original drama.
Mary, you will flourish.
Based on the best-selling novel, The Other Bennett Sister, now streaming only on BritBox. Watch with a free trial at BritBox.com.
Save $10 on a pair of Bosch Focus wiper blades. Our professional parts people will even install them for free at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Oh, on a Monday. It's been a good Monday. Lots happening in the sports world this time of year. And, you know, last year we couldn't say that, Jason, because even though there was stuff going on, the Spurs, well, they were already in Mexico.
We haven't had this much fun in the last week of April talking about the Spurs in 7 years. And really longer than that, to be honest, because even their last couple of trips to the playoffs, you knew going in they probably weren't going to be long runs. So certainly a lot of fun, which it kind of leads us to our poll question on YouTube. You can access that through sasportstar.com, although I do appreciate the comment from KC. Thought I might go with Vrabel's number for the Mellow Mushroom giveaway as opposed to 21. What was his number, 50? I think it was 50. You think 51? I think 50. 5-0.
I'll go 5-2 then.
You're going 5-2?
Yeah, why not? I have no idea.
All right, well, one of us is going to be right, and it's going to be me.
Uh-huh. I don't think it was 5-0.
All right. What was it, Pledge? It was 5-0.
Wow. You lucky SOB.
Speaking of 5-0, Tim Duncan turned 50
Is that
this
just
weekend.
crazy to think about that? I mean, seriously. He looks great, though. I mean, he really does. He looks good. I think Vanessa had some pictures. They were out celebrating on the socials, and so Timmy, he looked good.
Imagine. It is kind of crazy to think that he reached David Robinson's jersey number already.
Oh, man.
He's just a kid.
It's unbelievable. Dude, I mean, it's crazy because I can't help but think back to when he first got drafted and, trying to talk to this young man. He was shy. He didn't have a lot to say. And it was like pulling teeth.
And nothing has changed.
Well, I mean, no. I mean, he got so much better.
Oh, he did.
He really did, man. He got so much better with the media. He never enjoyed it, I don't think, and would only do it when he absolutely had to. But he got so much better as time went on. And but man, when he first got drafted, dude, it was woo.
Yep.
It was tough. So, well, congratulations, Timmy.
And on this day, many, many years ago, he won Rookie of the Year.
How about that? Wow. So we got Rookie of the Year coming up tonight. No Spurs, unfortunately, so our streak ends.
Which is a good thing.
It is.
Even though we've had a great rookie.
Sure.
But it's kind of nice not to have a Rookie of the Year candidate.
It's going to be Cooper Flagg, dude. Come on.
Yeah.
I thought Concussion would had it there for a while, but I don't know the way Flagg played the back half of the season. I think he's going to win it.
Are the Spurs going to win it tomorrow night and close out the Portland Trail Blazers? Our poll question: does anyone believe Portland has a chance? 69% say no. 31% say yes.
Well, I mean, I voted no. They don't have a chance tomorrow. It's over.
It's over, huh?
It's over. So it's just a matter of what the final score is, Jason. That's all it is.
I voted no, but I can understand. Excuse me. Anybody else's allergies really, really bad today? I had a friend of mine call me. I've never dealt with allergies. What is this crap? Go get your Zyrtec.
Yeah, I don't know what this is in the springtime. Pollen?
Whatever it is today.
It's a mountain cedar that kills me in the wintertime.
And whatever's in this studio that always gets both of us about an hour into the show.
Well, it's that carpet on the wall.
Yeah. If they vacuum that carpet.
That carpet's older than Tim Duncan, I think. Maybe.
The sad part is you might be right.
It looks like it was in a house in the 70s.
Ricky Ware remembers when it was new.
Yeah, sure he does. Oh, my goodness.
I digress. The 31%. I could see the cautious, don't jinx us Spurs fan. And the fact that Portland did build double-digit leads in games 3 and 4.
They did.
They erased a 14-point lead in game 2. Especially when Wemby is not on the floor, they are a better basketball team than I think most of us thought they were coming into this series. They were playing better basketball down the stretch, but, and I'm guilty of this, I didn't think that they would be much of a challenge. Would we pick 4 or 5?
I picked 5. I picked Spurs in 5. I
picked Spurs in 3. No, seriously, what did I go 5? Gentlemen sweep?
I think so. I just picked the wrong game. I thought Portland would win game 3.
Sure.
But they won game 2 instead. So, yeah, I picked 5. And so I think that prediction is going to come out as the right one. I just have to believe that the Spurs will they'll come out aggressive tomorrow night. I just believe that. I hope they do anyway. They need to and get things done. If you haven't heard the news today, the Cowboys signed a wide receiver, a guy that most everybody knows, Marquise. What's his middle name? Valdez Scantling.
Not sure if that's his middle name or the hyphenated last name.
It could be.
But MVS is now a Dallas Cowboy. Now, there's a lot of Cowboy insiders, like one Jane Slater, saying that this was actually in the works prior to the draft and prior to the reports that One, George Pickens was going to sign his franchise tag deal that he is not done yet. Why now? She tweeted out, any correlation with GP not signing the tag yet? She says no. She was told simply they needed more wide receivers. Discussions were going on before the draft, and he would likely be at the Stars starting this week, according to a source informed. So she is saying that don't look at this signing and think it has anything to do with George Pickens' current status. Now, his current status, Thursday, we're at Taste of the North Side, about 5 o'clock. Draft coverage starts at 6, and news started breaking that he was signing his tag. So immediately, because if he does that, you can get traded right away.
Right.
You can't trade him until he signs it. So lots of theories that a trade was in the works. Nothing happened on Thursday night. Nothing happened on Friday. Nothing has happened since then. Draft comes and goes. George Pickens is still a Cowboy. Then you find out today, and he's yet to sign the actual tag. You kind of hear through different insiders. The Cowboys were emailed by David Mulligetta on Thursday that he was going to sign.
Yeah, because Stephen Jones all but said, hey, he's going to sign. You know, we had a talk with Mulligetta, and they're done. So everybody thought that tag was signed. Adam Schefter reported today that no extension. Pickens wants out of Dallas. Now, that's what he's reporting. So we'll see what happens. And you kind of figure, because I know guys hate the tag. I get it. But for $28 million, a lot of money to play 1 year of football and then see what happens after that. I don't think the Cowboys will tag him again because it'll be too damn expensive. I mean, I don't see that happening. So make your $28 million and go. You're still a young man.
Well, but again, you understand the business side of stuff, and if he could force his trade, the idea of the Cowboys not paying Micah Parsons, and that has worked out very well for the Dallas Cowboys. And remember, it was about this time last year that the Cowboys said they had no interest in trading Micah Parsons. They thought they had a deal. And kind of like Thursday, they thought they had Pickens signing his tag, and he still hasn't done it. Mulligetta, I don't know, DocuSign, that thing could have been done. You would have think, all right, well, I won't say anything until I see it. Still not done. So, but Marcus Valdez Scantling is not a replacement at all for George Pickens.
That's depth.
He's an experienced guy. But, I mean, last year he played for the 49ers and the Steelers. He had 14 whole catches for 120 yards. He had 1 touchdown. Now, he is 6'4", but other than a name that we all know, what is left in this dude's gas tank? Who is the guy, I forgot his name already, that they traded a 4th-round pick a couple of years ago from Carolina?
Mingo.
Jonathan Mingo.
Yeah.
Isn't Mingo tall guy like that?
He is.
Is he still on the roster?
I was looking at that
or
at
Mel
the
Parton.
moment. Yes, he is.
All right.
On the depth chart, he is behind Ryan Flournoy.
Well, as he should be. Who the hell is he in front of?
He is in front of Anthony Smith.
Okay, who just got drafted in the 7th round.
Yes. So I got Paris Campbell. So, you know, I mean, there's some guys there, I guess. Right now, your starting wide receivers would be Lamb, Pickens, and Flournoy. And then, of course, the best tight end in the National Football League, Jake Ferguson.
Mm-hmm. So they still have Turpin.
They do. But I guess they needed some depth. I don't know if Paris Campbell, I mean, his best days may be behind him. Not sure who this Tyler Johnson is.
But again, when you look at it, because I know there's some of those undrafted free agent guys that they're going to sign. I don't know if you get too excited about any of those kind of guys. But do not for 1 second think that they're bringing in MVS as an insurance policy for the loss of George Pickens.
You got to think about that, don't you? MVS.
Yes.
MVS. JSN. Is that what we're doing now? Instead of if a guy's got a three-word name, you got to go with the initials.
Well, yes. Or they've got a difficult name to say.
You know,
Imika Egbegbo.
We should have asked Downs if Shotty's got a nickname for him already. I bet he does. That first press conference with Shotty, he'll be talking about Caleb Downs. And,
we'll have Malachi on either tomorrow or Wednesday, so
awesome.
we'll find out what his nickname is, the other
Very
first-round pick that the Cowboys had this week.
Going to be interesting. Going to be fun. More drama for the Cowboys, and I wouldn't have it any other way because that's the Cowboy way, to have a little drama. And we've got that with George Pickens. Apparently, reportedly, we will find out as we get a little bit closer to, to some of these OTAs and mandatory minicamps and see what happens. Pledge, you got a show today? James Pledger working a little overtime today.
My computer almost made the entire show. Look at that. End of the show, and it's decided to restart itself.
Well, it's a perfect time to do that.
Good night, everybody.
Yes, stay tuned for James Pledger, Extra Innings with Pledger. The fellas in the morning, AJ and Rob, the Morning Huddle, they'll get you started at 6 a.m. Minix and I will be back here at 2. Have a great night, everybody.
This is The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons 2 to 6. KTFM Floresville. And everywhere at sasportstar.com.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
I'm Dr. Jason Garrett with Arasti. Whether your pain started yesterday or years ago, we treat the root cause so you can feel real relief fast. No pills, no surgery. Most patients notice improvement in just one visit, and we accept most insurance plans. Stop waiting. Start feeling better. Visit Arasti.com today. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti. We fix pain fast.
To find the location nearest you, visit Arasti.com.
Almost 90 years ago, Academy Sports and Outdoors was born right here in Texas. So we know a thing or two about a thing or two. Like beans don't belong in chili. It's called a feeder road. And how far really means how long. We've been your neighbor for generations. That's why we're adding Texas-sized deals across the store, only in Texas. If you happen to find a better price at a competitor, we'll beat it by 5%. Academy. Fun can't lose.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. Money is on the line. Always say hello with Quo. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.